actually really like the new Power Rangers costumes. I think they're
The costumes.
No.
The costumes look cool.
No.
You just need to cheer up.
When does
Look at
Rita
the kitty.
Repulsa ever look like fucking Poison Ivy? When?
She's the new Green Ranger.
But it's
When?
She's
but
It
supposed
is
to
a
be
new
transformed
interpretation.
Green Ranger.
Gay.
It's a new interpretation.
So gay.
I know.
Hey,
It's gay,
but it's
that's supposed to be
Elizabeth
the
Banks.
storyline.
She's hot as fuck. I can take it.
Wrong,
Don't
wrong.
Directed by Michael Bay.
Wrong.
Michael Bay.
You're wrong.
And it's gonna make $1 million.
You're
wrong. You know who it
It's
should
gonna
have
make $1
been?
million
You know that.
dollars.
I'm gonna go see it.
Hey.
I'll go see it.
You know who the Green Ranger should have been?
Who?
Lindsay.
Sterling.
Lindsay. Sterling. Lindsay. Sterling. Oh.
What's up, guys? It's the Friendly Fire Podcast. It's episode 30.
Josh is broken.
Yeah. Josh is...
But yeah, it is episode 30.
wait. And the podcast.
Of course.
It's a Linkin Park podcast.
God damn it.
Hey, you guys, that's the intro.
You said that last week.
God damn it, Josh.
That doesn't work then.
I hate that so much.
Every
What?
time Logan's always like, we can't say that at all.
Fucking
We can't
say
call
it.
it out.
Ruins it then.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes
But-
it's unavoidable.
But
But
it is episode 30,
It
and
is
we're
episode
all here again.
30.
And we're gonna
Surprising,
fucking wing
right?
it.
Quit repeating him. Why are you repeating what he keeps
It's an
saying?
echo.
Echo.
Okay, good.
It is the first podcast. It's the first podcast.
God
It's
damn it.
30.
I remember my first podcast.
Right? Worth fucking amateur.
Hey.
Okay.
Let the podcast
So,
god do what the fuck
All
he
of us
wants
are
to do.
here.
And you're not dying.
I'm not dying.
You're
I
not
can
dying.
breathe. I can talk. It's amazing.
Here, I'm handing you back the mantle of the podcast.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's a lot more
It's
helpful.
paper towels.
Ooh, thank you.
Paper towel man.
I will wear this.
It's a lot more helpful when you lay off the dick sucking. Your throat is probably a lot more relaxed.
People are getting out
Quit
of
asking me to
control
suck your
with
dick then.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
you keep agreeing to it.
Actually, no. That never happened.
Yeah.
Disco.
What?
That's
What have you
slander.
been playing?
No. We gotta go around.
No, we're all here. Should we say names? I'm Logan.
Do we really have to announce who we are?
Maybe
Yes.
Maybe somebody watches
For
episode
the new
30.
people.
Yeah,
Maybe it's the
newbies.
first
The
time.
newbies.
Nobody
Yeah.
watches this podcast.
Helps.
You don't watch a podcast.
Technically, yes, you don't watch a podcast.
You can watch a podcast.
Listen to
I mean,
Why-
but
well-
you can't watch our podcast.
Because
They
we don't
can,
have
they can watch YouTube for an hour and a half. Just watch the logo.
I
sitting
do it all the
there.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is me. It is Disco. Who's that?
Sean.
And you're Sean.
I'm Josh.
Yeah,
I was Chester Bennington earlier.
You wish.
Oh,
Nate.
shit.
I'm Drew.
Except for the fucking flame
El
tattoos.
Chapo. I mean, Patrick.
What?
We found him.
Chapo.
Disco. What have you been playing?
Get off your phone.
One Piece
Trying to find
Treasure.
a picture.
Dokkan Battle.
I
One
played.
Piece Treasure Cruise.
Dokkan Battle.
I did not play Treasure Cruise. I played
Rocket
Dokkan Battle
Rocket
a little
League.
bit. I played a lot of Rocket League.
God, a lot of fucking.
Worth
lot of
$20
Rocket League.
still.
I played some Garden Warfare 2. 'Cause
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
total or max XP until June 5th.
So does that mean the multiplayer is all the way
My
over?
dick
At
just
2
got
times.
so hard.
No matter when you log on. Like, you can not do your quests, and it'll still
Yeah.
be at 2 times when you come back on.
Till June 5th?
Till June 5th.
That is fantastic.
I'm going
is that
to
the
be
new
playing a lot
DLC
more
release?
DBZ.
Is that
The
why?
June 5th is when they're releasing the next.
Get on, Sean.
Update.
Right on.
Get on, Jared, you asshole.
Yeah, fucking get off Steam, you
Yeah,
bitch.
Jared.
So
She probably hates
I
you,
played
Jared.
some of that. I don't think I played anything else. I think that's it. So, fuck you.
John,
Hey,
what have you been playing?
Your
Hey.
turn.
well, let's see. What have I been playing? That's ridiculous, Nate.
You're
Rocket
telling
League.
me you wouldn't like that evolution of the fire type?
It's all right.
You have AIDS.
You heard it first on the Friendly Fire Podcast.
Less cartoony in the face, but the rest is good.
It's Pokemon.
Let me see.
When you criticize that
No,
kind of thing,
The third
It's a
evolution should
butterface
look like
for
a
sure.
fucking badass the entire time. That
That
face
That
looks like
would-
it should be in a fucking Disney movie. Not badass, alright, let's say.
That looks
Everything
pretty cool.
else is cool. The face needs
Yeah.
to be more like
One word, Blastoise.
Hound Doom looking.
If
like,
only it would look like that. I would take that. That'd be cool.
Sean, what else you been playing?
Fucking
Rocket
interrupted.
League, is that it?
Weekly fucking.
It always happens.
We don't like you talking.
Well,
You don't talk that much anyway.
yeah, I know. Thanks, assholes.
I love
Rocket League. Rocket League.
Whoop.
God, I don't even want to think about how many hours I put in Rocket League this week.
Whoop.
I do want to say
It's
that
a lot.
it was me,
Oh.
and you and Disco over here. We won like 14 games in a row on ranked standard. It was an amazing.
Call out, bitches. Come on.
It was a shit
It
show.
was ridiculous.
Look for that FFG.
That's a
That's
good
what
time.
Goddamn
right.
right.
Got all you guys.
I need to
usernames
change
is
my
FFG,
name to FFG.
Not
I
you.
haven't done it yet.
Everyone
And
else
then
has done
I
that.
got
still-
Overwatch.
I haven't done it
Pizza.
yet.
Is it FFG pizza?
I need to. I need to
FFG
FFG
pizza.
Dovahkiin. Whatever.
Dovahkiin.
You said that. You said that.
See, I don't know if I,
Skyrim.
Fusor da.
Dragonborn, yeah.
Fusor da.
It's not an inside joke from the podcast, though.
But neither is this. It
That's
doesn't
it.
have or
to be.
Omega.
How about this?
it doesn't have to. Be.
FFG arrow
FF
in the knee.
No. FFG, so much dick.
That could be worth. And then the rest.
Oh my god. God
Ah,
damn it.
nice deflection.
Is that a bad thing? I mean, if your name is so much dick, is that really a bad
It
thing?
depends if you're
It
giving.
depends
or
how you
receiving.
interpret it, I guess. So.
What if it means I have so much dick?
But it's all an interpretation. That's the problem. Is
But
you
you
don't
don't.
leave it up to the people to interpret.
I'm just saying.
Interpret.
But you don't, so why are you worried?
We're talking about worth here.
Hang on.
He's not the one. I'm the one
Not
that's on
so
the
much
spot.
dick.
I played Overwatch. That was fun.
Ooh.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Is
Yeah.
it fun in single player?
No, it's
Thought
fucking
not.
garbage.
Thought not.
I don't know. I had fun playing single player with it. I played the beta though. I didn't buy the game.
Is there a campaign or is it just all multiplayer?
It's all multiplayer.
It's all multiplayer.
It's a
But,
multiplayer only game.
Well, basically, playing Overwatch by yourself is
It's
garbage.
Oh, it's still
essentially.
garbage. Like I was playing a game.
It's brand new,
A couple
too.
days ago, as a tank, as Reinhardt, and the healer was healing everybody else except for the tank.
Oh, because you're supposed to heal the tank. That's how you win.
8-year-olds
How many
don't
people-
understand that, Sean.
How many people
8-year-olds
play
that buy the
MMOs?
games don't understand that. It's
Yep.
okay.
Well, that's why multiplayer games like this kind of suck, to be honest. It's
Well,
'cause nobody
when you
knows
do
what
an
the fuck
all
they're doing.
multiplayer game and a bunch of people
It's-
jump on like that, it's understandable. When you do something like World of Warcraft or Diablo or shit like that, where it's a hardcore, like, hey,
Play WoW, you fucking plebs. You always heal the tank.
I'm just saying, when you build up and learn team aspects and everything like that,
Unless you're a
you do
party
your own
leader.
thing, you figure
God,
out your
Sean.
skills, the way it works.
Yeah, but that's the thing with this game though is that they
First
tell...
person shooters are always it's too fast paced.
But when you
it's
start
too fast paced.
when you start the game, it tells you what the team needs. Like it will tell you what roles that
People
you
are like,
need.
no,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
gonna
yeah,
play.
yeah,
I'm
That's
gonna
like
play
your parents
Tracer.
telling you go clean up your
I
room.
want
You're
to
like,
play
no, I want to.
Bastion, even though there are 3 Bastions on our team already.
When
Doesn't
you're
matter.
when you're on a raid in WoW, what do they tell you have to have? You have to have 3 DPS, a healer, and a tank. And
But
it's
that's
just-
after you've been playing for a while because you can't get to raid status.
But like right when
playing.
you write in Overwatch's character selection, it tells you it's like, hey, you guys
need
don't
to
have a
defense.
healer. You should probably pick one, or you
You
don't
need a
have a
tank.
tank.
I'm sure
or
they say that.
anything.
But guess what? Humans are fucking stubborn. And
I know,
When you're
but-
a newbie playing a game that you're just like, I want to kill people.
Like I want
That's all that matters.
I
It's
want the
first-person
soldier. I want the guy with the gun.
I want to play as Bastion, said fucking everybody ever.
I'm just saying in general, you cannot.
No, it's not overpowered, right, John?
No,
just play Genji and you won't have a problem.
Genji
You can't
sucks.
Not
against
vouch
Bastion.
Against people at least picking stupid shit like that. Because, like I said, it's a bunch of fucking
Oh, because he's got the
8
deflect.
to
Yeah.
14-year-olds sitting there going like,
Did
I'm
you
gonna
see
pick the
that
coolest
Reddit?
looking character that's in the
Well,
entire thing.
that's what ruins a game, though. So
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you pick any first-person shooter that's super action-based with different characters all the way through. That's what's gonna happen. Unless you have a good single player that teaches you the skills. Here's how you play the game. WoW did a great job with that. It's like, hey, guess what? You're playing a paladin. Yeah, you can beat shit up. You can also heal. You can do all this.
I heard that if you play with friends, the game shines. The game
Oh, yeah.
shines
Well, because
greatly.
then you can coordinate those things.
Right.
You don't make those stupid
Like that's
decisions.
that's kind of what the game was made for. Is we
We-
played with a crowd.
We had an absolute ball playing Battleborn together.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
playing Battleborn together, like, the beta was amazing.
Because you get playing together, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're
We
saying.
were
Like,
playing
you
together.
need teammates.
You
for the
need-
game.
you
I
need-
understand
you
that.
need
I'm just saying,
teammates.
in general, you can't diss on the game for
We're not
being
dissing on the game.
horrible just because you've been playing only single player based. Because it's a brand new game.
I suppose.
Yeah, the game itself is awesome. Like it's a great game, but it's
I
just,
haven't
that
played.
way.
I haven't played much of it. I've just
The game itself looks awesome. It's pretty well like team
I
based.
think what we're saying is that it's not as fun without it. We're not saying the mechanics are fine, the graphics
Yeah,
are great.
that's what I'm
it's
trying
a
to
good
put-
game.
yeah.
It's not as fun unless you have a
group of people.
And that's fair
Yeah,
to say
right,
if
that's
it's a
right.
team-based game.
How
Well,
many times do you
and
play
that's what we're
Rainbow
trying to
Six
say.
and you jump into a group of people and it
Yeah,
fucking
Rainbow Six
sucks?
sucks by yourself.
I would say that is way more fun by yourself because you can kind of go out on your own a little more because
You-
the map is like a full 360 degrees. You can approach from anywhere.
And you also don't support characters.
You can also
Especially
kill.
not on attack. There's
You
really
don't
no
rely on
here.
support characters.
There's a
like you
little
can do-
support on defense, a little bit, but
yeah,
not a lot.
but
just a
it's
little bit.
it's more so like if you're trying to capture the objective, like you're going in for a specific reason.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
need anybody else's help.
You don't have to, yeah.
No,
In-
it's not essential.
Exactly.
You can also kill your own teammates that are being stupid. So
This is
that,
true.
that is also
Which I
very
do
nice.
all the time.
Just saying,
when they're
general, my only defense is it's a brand new game, so you can't.
If we
vouch
could
it.
only do that in every game.
dumb. Right.
When you're playing it by yourself, yes. there's gonna be-
Literally.
I'm just saying that
There's always stupid people online.
I'm just saying other people
Always
ruin
stupid.
it. That's all I was trying
And again,
to say.
the reason why I don't play first-person shooters because it's bullshit.
What about,
Fallout.
what
Be
about,
better, Pat.
what about
Play
Dooms?
Borderlands.
Yeah, those are first-person shooters that I play on my own and actually have.
Yeah, you play those games.
You play
play
first-person
first-person
shooters.
I do
shooters.
play first-person shooters,
He's talking about multiplayer first.
but
person
not
shooters.
8-year-old. Hey, look, I've been playing this game all day today, and I'm going to tell you how many times I've had sex with your mom, even though your balls haven't dropped.
I don't hear that as much anymore.
Yeah.
Not as
Yeah,
much.
not as,
I think that
I
stereotype.
don't
is
hear
gone,
that
yeah.
at all.
Because-
Yeah, I think
anymore.
that's those kids.
I
are
think-
growing
I think a
up
lot
with
of-
it.
Anytime I hear somebody speak, even like cough, I immediately hit the dashboard button and click start a party, and then
Mute
that's
the
it.
shit.
Because-
I have officially muted everybody forever.
well, on
Everybody?
top of that, I think a lot of shooters
this
now.
guy?
Emote.
What about this guy?
I-
Did you meet him?
No, because we joined the party.
If
Well,
he joins the
you mean
party,
him?
then I can talk
I think
to
I
him.
think a lot of shooters nowadays are kind of starting to stray away from game chat. Like, I can't tell you the last time I've actually like heard
Garden
somebody.
Warfare 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Garden Warfare. 2.
Battlefront.
I do it in
is-
Siege a lot. I'll get out of game chat.
Yeah, Battlefront doesn't have game chat.
Oh, you mean games are getting rid of game chat?
Yeah.
No, they still.
Well, I mean, okay,
They're stressing it less.
yeah.
That started going downhill like Halo 2 though. Like big time started.
I don't know
going
about
down.
They
that.
supported it in Halo 2. Maybe Halo 3, but Halo 2 was.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's when after that it
Oh, I see
started
what you're
going
saying.
downhill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
That makes sense.
a lot of games. Well, it wasn't even that the games didn't support it. It was that people didn't do it anymore. Because with the 360,
You were
they
annoyed
added,
with all the bullshit going
yeah,
on.
because with the 360 they added parties, and so people always got into parties with their friends, and they didn't worry.
Yeah, but
about
the
what
game still
everybody else-
enabled you to use game
No, that
chat. Like,
I'm saying
It did.
the
Yeah.
populace stopped doing it as much.
Except for you, because you don't have friends.
Ah, there we go.
Whatever.
That's good.
That's besides the point.
On topic, the gaming companies still do it to this day. It's just less used by the populace because of party systems.
yeah.
All consoles now have parties available.
And also because of 8-year-olds.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to hear it, so they all just mute everybody immediately or go into a party.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Josh, what have you been playing?
I'm 29.
It's my favorite when I get on Garden Warfare 2 and some kid's like, we need to do this. I'm like, I know so much more than you. Just shut up.
Like, shut up, kid.
I know more than you.
Ron Swanson.
I'm sorry, but you just told me to do the exact thing that we shouldn't do, so
I know
I'm
more
just
than you.
not gonna do it. And you should probably be muted and mute.
I like fishing. It's like yoga, but I get to kill something.
Oh, that's from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Ron
Okay.
Swanson.
Okay. Yeah.
Josh, what have you been playing
Um,
besides Jack?
PvZ, Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah.
I actually played a lot of PvZ this week.
Okay.
So,
You also
Yes,
played something
yes.
like right before you joined the podcast too.
yeah, you know what? Fuck you, Sean. Also,
He's
Also-
been trying to play Rocket League.
Um,
Is that the technical word?
fuck off. I play Rocket League very well.
He's been trying to play
You know what, Pat? How about we do 1v1 right after the fucking
Yeah!
podcast? How about we do
I would love to
1v1?
see
I
that.
would love to put my dick in your
Let's
mouth.
If
go.
I had
Let's go.
PlayStation
I would love
controller,
it.
no.
You know what? Why don't we play? Oh, you saying you can't? You saying you can't
I
do
could,
it?
but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
Oh,
used
all right.
to the
Well,
Xbox
put up or shut up, Pat. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just giving
So,
you shit. Don't
by the
worry.
way-
I'm giving you shit. Love you, buddy.
By the way,
I'll play Street Fighter against
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Okay. We can do that. So, fuck tons
God,
of
why
Rocket
don't you guys
League.
just fuck already?
Get a room.
I never understood why all of you got so mad at Rocket League until I started playing 1v1. And then, like, all of a sudden, this rage, the rage that I didn't know existed started emerging. And I
Exactly.
just started getting so angry.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Rises.
video games are supposed to be a relaxing,
You were born in the
recreational
darkness?
time. Not a time where you want to smash your $60 controller and your $150 TV.
Welcome to gaming.
Welcome to Rocket League.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Josh.
It's strictly Rocket League.
Sorry for 9 to 1? 9 to 2? Sorry, 9 to 2.
Shut your fucking goddamn mouth.
It was 9 to 1.
Besides,
Pat, don't you do that.
nope,
you-
stop it. Besides, okay, I'll admit I had some bad losses this week. They were pretty bad. It's definite, but I've been getting better. And I did beat Disco. One game, I beat Disco.
One game.
I also beat Sean 14-2 this
How
week.
fucked up were you?
Nah.
Where you were?
There's proof. I
Make them unconscious.
screenshotted it, Sean. It's proof. It
There's
exists.
proof.
Exactly.
It's proof.
We saw it.
I will kill your family.
So, besides PvZ and Rocket League,
You are getting better.
I am getting better. So, I mean, I'm really not that bad. So, 1v1 is actually really helping me improve as a Rocket League player. So, when before I would just like hope for divine
Oh, it does.
intervention,
Hitting
hitting it
learn
off the
the
wall.
aspects of the way the ball works and everything like that.
Well, and also not trying to swing at stupid hits. Like, just being like, oh, this hit looks easy. And then all of a sudden you die for it and it goes over your head or past you. And then there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So it
Yeah.
teaches you more patience.
2 words: ball cam.
Ball cam. Yes, absolutely ball cam.
Remember when he was
I
arguing?
know.
You're
So
so
wrong.
wrong.
No,
You're
Words, you're a fucking
No,
idiot. You are the
Josh.
biggest.
I
fucking
use it-
idiot.
I was wrong once.
Yeah, no, he was. He defended against it.
I use it
You
to
are
keep
an
track of the ball. I don't use it to like when I'm going in for a
That
shot.
makes
there's your
less
first
than
mistake.
no sense to me. If you
But
use
it throws off your trajectory.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
Because you're bad. That's why. That's why. Because you're not good.
That's because you're bad and you should feel bad.
I
Explain how we get so many goals in ball
I don't
mode
fucking
then.
understand it.
Because you're bad.
Because we're using ball cam.
Well, because if you're in ball mode, it keeps the ball on your screen at all times. So how
Right.
can you say you try to not use ball cam to keep track of the ball?
Because like every time I go for a shot, it's never in like a straight line.
It does kind of
Yeah.
mess with your
No,
perception
it's
at
called
first.
Using angles and hitting it the right
It's
way.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Get better,
ask-
Worth. Get
I'm
better.
shaking
You're-
my
We've
head
been playing.
no.
It
You're-
fucks up your depth perception. No.
Your only choice in ball cam is to hit the ball pretty much straight on. If you don't hit it straight on, you might tap it, but it's going to go
Yeah.
past
Watch
you.
those MLG
see-
motherfuckers. I'm not saying I make fun of MLG all the time. Watch some MLG fucking like Rocket
But
League.
you've seen our like side
guys are
hits and
dumb.
like flips off the wall.
Yeah,
and
I'm
shit.
not good at side hits.
You
though.
just have to
I'm
learn
not good at side
like
hits.
where your car is, what angle you need to jump. You need to
Those are
learn.
motherfuckers that go hard.
You know, you can do a jump line instead of just doing a front flip or hit it forward. You hit it like at a diagonal or sideways.
I think I saw you break today when the ball was going to go on your goal, and you stopped and you braked and reversed and blocked it. That was pretty sweet.
I do try and do that. Most of the time, it just rolls right past me. But
Yeah.
what can you do?
That's how you
Yeah.
learn, right?
Right. I've also been playing a Halo Master Chief Collection. Logan and I played some of that this
Me and Josh
week.
is bringing Halo back.
Fucking Halo 2, man. Halo 2
did some
days.
Halo 2,
Stoked as fuck about it.
Were you playing multiplayer or campaign?
No, multiplayer.
Okay.
But for future reference, though, Logan and I are going to start recording the Halo campaigns from the very beginning.
Yes.
We're going to record it as a
We're
video
gonna start with
series.
Halo 1 and go through Halo 5.
I have not played Halo 5 yet, so
Is
like
it-
I'm teasing myself until I get to Halo 5.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm very
You're
excited for
dangling
it.
Don't laugh when he says
I'm
teasing.
very excited
Tease
for
it.
God
Tease
damn it,
it.
Sean.
So are you guys gonna play Reach and
No, fuck
ODS?
Reach.
No, we're not gonna play
ODS,
Reach.
Yeah.
yes.
We're only gonna play Reach when it comes to the Forge maps because I spent like weeks upon end creating
We
those
will-
maps, and you're all gonna play it and you're all gonna be happy about it. So
Do all of them have 4-player
so
co-op now?
fuck you.
See, I think some of them don't.
Halo 1 through 3 at least does. I don't know about 4.
Halo 1 does not have.
Oh, okay. Halo 1 does not.
I,
You're right.
I knew
You're
there
right.
was
Halo
some
1 does
that
not.
doesn't. I wasn't sure.
Okay, but
Is
two and three definitely do.
Yeah.
I don't know about 4.
So we can start 1 at least, and then whoever wants to join in on the other 4.
God
can
damn
join.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Legendary?
Yeah, legendary.
Sure,
Fuck yeah,
fuck it, we
man.
didn't
Yeah,
talk about it.
hell
Let's do
yeah.
it.
We'll do
What?
legendary.
That's the only way to play it.
And
Yeah.
birthday party grunt.
Yes,
fucking
that's
confetti
it's my
skull.
favorite thing
Yay!
ever. It's my favorite thing in all of Halo.
Yeah, we should start it this week.
Yep. I did also play some Halo 5. I kind of trying to introduce myself to the multiplayer concept of Halo 5. And
Yeah.
That's gonna be so much fucking hard drive space.
Oh my god, yeah.
honestly,
Oh, yeah.
honestly, with Halo 5, like it's like I like it, but I don't like it. Like, I like it because the weapons are easy access depending on skill. The bad thing is I miss memorizing maps in first-person shooters because memorizing maps always gives you a huge advantage, especially when you're trying to find weapons on the map.
We just need to play more.
But, you know, that's kind of what it is. I do like Warzone. I think there's some really neat things about Halo 5, and I love that it runs at 60 frames. So, I mean, like, I'm getting used to it. It's definitely a new way to play Halo, but I'm liking what I've played so far.
Yeah.
Aside from Halo 5, all of those games that I just mentioned, I tried to get on my PlayStation this week, but as soon as I jumped on my PlayStation, like, it was like, get back on Xbox!
Right.
So I was unable to explore my PlayStation curiosities.
Good.
So other than
Worth.
that, that's it for me. What about you, Worth?
Definitely a lot of Rocket League. Play with you guys a lot. Sean royally whooped my ass like 7-0.
He's been playing Rocket League. Is that quotations or actual?
Nah.
Guess what I play in, Worth?
Pat talks an
What?
awful lot of
Ball
Ball
cam.
cam.
I know.
You guys don't know. You can watch my replays that I have saved on fucking PlayStation. I'm serious. That's what I'm doing.
You know,
Hey, you and Josh.
I got it for
find
free
out.
way
We'll find
ahead
out.
of you guys. I got it for free way.
We're gonna have you.
Pat,
You and
I'll
Josh are
play you on
playing after the
PlayStation
podcast.
any
No,
day.
Oh yeah,
leaving
it was
early.
free on PlayStation,
Nope,
wasn't it?
you guys gotta play.
There is a word that starts with a V and ends in agina.
You're trying to think of something too.
I got.
I got
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Good. Because I beat you to it.
But yeah,
Things Pat don't
Got
get
him.
outside of.
Gone wild.
shout here.
Go on, say it.
Say it.
loud so
No, okay.
everyone
That's
can
a
hear you.
Vagina.
Vagina, say it loud so everyone can hear you.
I am not paying you to talk.
That was like a JFK Arnold Schwarzenegger combined.
What else
like,
have you been
accent.
playing? Go.
I went back and played a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5
Nobody
because
cares.
I thought you were done.
no, I'm not. I'm
No,
not even anywhere close.
I'm
to
not
it,
even
man.
close to
because
beating that game
dude,
yet.
like
it's great, but
and
it's
it's like God, how many
it's-
fucking side missions do I have to do before I get to the next main mission of the game?
because
Before
it's
I'm
Metal
on?
Gear Solid.
Was that
Like-
before or after the ass whooping?
That was after the ass whooping.
That game is
The-
tough,
the-
man.
no,
No,
like-
I'm not even lying. Even third mission in, that game is hard.
It's very hard, and like, but
if you want to do it the way you really want, like me, I'm sure.
yeah,
you,
I try
don't wanna
to
caught.
play as much stealth as possible.
Guess
Like,
what?
I do have those.
It's really hard. to
I
do
always
it that
like
way.
I always have a gun, like a machine gun equipped in case of holy shit moments, just in case.
But everything
But
else, yeah.
but everything else, like I try to go full stealth completely. I have had my moments where I got caught and I'm just like fuck, just kill everything, go. But
Remember you got Kaz or Kaz, whatever you want to call him.
Kaz,
Yeah,
the
first guy.
oh yeah,
Kaz
yeah,
Arm
yeah,
thing.
Kazakira.
So what I did was the first time I did that mission, I'm doing it fast so that way we don't.
yeah,
Right. Anyway, instead of going to get him, like destroy the radar beacon so they can't call in for backups, destroy the communications, which like alerted the guards, and then after a while I snuck good enough where they stopped looking for me. Then the hardest part was since I destroyed the radar beacon, I was able to call in a helicopter like right in front of the base.
mm-hmm.
Which I was like, fuck yeah, I'll just get it and then just run the
Just
shit
run
out
and
of the
go.
entire base. The first time I tried it, it got really close. I forgot there was a machine gun turret like sitting in the front of the base.
And they just fucking shot the
We
shot
got
from
so
the sky.
close, man. We were almost out of there, but we died.
Yeah, you can't.
So
you
the
can't
second
do
time
that.
I do it, I do the same thing over again, but I destroyed the machine gun turret again.
Why don't you just Fulton it? Or you can't. Well, I guess you can't Fulton at that point.
No, not at that
yeah,
point.
not
in the
that
game.
point. You can't. Yeah.
But you know what I mean. So
yeah,
it's
yeah, I
like,
know what you mean.
yeah, that was tough.
But no, fuck. Like I'm just like
It's
the
when you get D-Dog.
The side I always I always usually
He's
bring
adorbs.
D-Dog, or if I'm playing in
D-Dog's the
Afghanistan.
best.
If I'm playing the Afghanistan missions, I always get the horse because like it just
Yeah.
it's
Of
faster.
course.
Of
D-Dog.
course I get the horse.
D-Dog or
Or
Quiet.
yeah, but I'm to the point now in the game where Quiet is like
Ass titties.
is like MIA. She's missing in action somewhere. Like ass and titties.
She has to breathe through her skin. It's understandable.
She like drinks through her skin too. It's fucking weird.
She breathes and drinks.
So what if-
drinks through her skin.
So what happens if you come on her?
Oh god.
you can't
got
breathe?
pregnant.
That's
There-
why- yeah.
God damn it, Sean.
there is a rape scene in the game.
There's an
So-
almost.
It's basically a rape scene. Let's be fair.
She fucks those guys up pretty hard.
That one scene where she drops her heel down on that dude's nuts and just blows him up. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Blows him up.
Well, like
So,
blows up
like,
his nuts.
He doesn't
dropped her
literally.
heel down on his nuts and
And like just
took his pants off and
no, just
started or
no.
No, Jesus.
Jesus, you're taking that way out of context. She just
Go play
shatters his
quarterback. Give me
fucking
your-
I didn't
testicles.
really take it that
So wait,
far out of
wait.
context.
If you came on her tits, could she choke to death?
God damn it. What are we- What are we doing?
Oh my god!
You heard it here first at the Friendly
Friendly
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah, so
What else have you been playing?
Metal Gear Solid 5,
Sorry,
and then
I was talking about serious stuff.
Yeah.
Then
Oh
they.
my
We
Metal
cover we cover the serious.
God, just
topics.
imagine
We
the
tried.
infections with chili dogging.
I love Metal Gear. I'm there with you.
all right, we're moving on from that. From fuck Jesus Christ.
Metal Gear
God.
Solid.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Rocket League.
Rocket League. Went back and played Battlefield 4 a lot with Logan too, because I actually got him
We
on
did
the
play
play.
some Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
about
The night maps. You're actually having some fun. You were
Those night maps are fun.
you were having some fun.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah,
I
the
dig
night maps. Yeah.
maps.
Battlefield 4 is
Battle
bad.
4.
No, Battlefield. Shut your face.
Battlefield sucks.
No,
It sucks.
Battlefield 4 is an awesome
No,
game,
it's
and you
pretty-
all should
it's
feel
not-
bad for
No,
not
it's
liking it.
pretty garbage.
It's
It's
garbage.
good.
Night maps are kind of cool because everything is dark, so you have to pay way more attention, and you can use certain sights or the flashlight, so it's more exciting. I guess I don't really know.
It's more
just-
tense.
It's more
It's
tense.
a lot more
yeah.
tense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know what it is about night
And you
maps.
really
They're
and you
fun.
really have to like work as a team. to
Well,
fucking
yeah,
win.
we would always try to like move up together or spot people and tell people.
Yeah.
where to go.
I love
it was
how
fun. It was
I
a good
love
time.
how Worth nuts all over these like mainstream first-person shooters, and he's all like, "Oh, Modern Warfare remake! You're gonna get it, and you're gonna play it for 2 weeks, and then you're gonna
No.
drop it
No,
completely."
no.
Like
No
you do
way.
with every
No.
single first-person shooter
no,
you
no.
buy.
He
No.
just talking about Battlefield 4. It came out like in 2013.
2013,
He's
I'm still playing it.
So-
No. You like picked it up like what? How many months has it been since you played Battlefield 4? Since the most recent time that you've played it?
I don't know, probably 2. maybe?
Exactly.
2
That's-
months.
Okay.
I
Case in
have
point. Case closed.
I have my fix. I play like a little bit, but I just been really having a hankering to play it again. So
I hate that game.
no, it's good. It's a good game.
Yeah,
Eh.
I have fun with night maps. I wouldn't call it a good game.
Anything else?
I don't know. I think it's probably about it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been playing, buddy?
I've been playing Uncharted 4.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Wait for it before you splurge. Just wait.
Sploosh.
We're saving that for later.
I'll
Don't
say
worry.
that it's a very good game.
Sploosh.
It's a very good game.
It's a very good game.
10 out of 10.
I'll get into that later.
Is
But
that IGN 10 out of 10?
it's so good.
Or it's like IGN 12 out of 10.
There are multiple rating websites that have given it 10 out of 10.
There's a ridiculous amount of
Ridiculous
websites that
amounts.
have given it 10 out of 10.
It's good.
For a good reason,
Yep,
too.
for good reasons.
My
So-
dick gave it a 10 out of 10 too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Well,
I
it's,
haven't even seen anything.
And I
about
trust
it.
sure
that.
it's small enough to
That's
fit.
probably the best review site that I know of is Douglas's Dick, theDD.com.
The D.
That is
Always-
D&D.
always
No,
look
call
up-
it DND.com.
Always look
Douglas
up
and Dick.
DoubleD.com.
DouglasandDick.com.
DoubleD.com.
Double D.
Copyright.
Disco Douglas and Dick.
Trademark.
DD2.com.
I've also been playing PvZ.
Woo!
Modern Warfare 2.
PvZ is the shit. It
playing
is so
some-
great.
Playing
With
Infinity Mode.
with that 2 times XP, we need to get back on the multiplayer.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
completely agree. That's all I'm going to be playing until that bonus is over. So,
That and I just played Rocket League like 20 minutes ago.
yeah.
It's been a
Yeah,
lot
how'd
more
you
than
do?
20 minutes.
It was good.
No,
I had a
okay.
good time.
No, you didn't.
Lots of fun.
No,
wasn't
you
it?
didn't. No, you
I
didn't.
want
By
those
all
goddamn
parties
teams.
involved.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No way.
No, that's
I was
it.
just showing you I was level 49.
Uncharted 4 is amazing.
Yep, I'm going to be buying Uncharted 4 tomorrow
I'm
on
getting it
payday.
this weekend,
I'm buying
but
it.
not tomorrow. But
Because if I can't handle being spoiled. If I see one goddamn spoiler from Uncharted 4, I am literally
flip
just
shit.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna punch a baby.
Yeah.
I will literally punch.
There
a
is a
baby.
crazy. I got one spoiler. It wasn't a spoiler like storyline wise, but it showed me something that you will geek out so hard on.
hard
I mean,
on. Oh,
yeah. You no.
Oh, yeah.
He might get a nerd hard on. Are you correct? Yeah. Yeah. It is good.
Because Naughty Dog is good at tugging at those heartstrings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Naughty
Naughty-
Dog.
yeah.
Naughty
Tugging
Dog is
that
great
dick?
at everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Naughty
you have
Dog loves
no
tugging
idea.
things.
I'll know exactly what to ask you next time I see you.
They do. They're good at it.
Yep. Naughty Dog is great at everything. So
Anything else, sir?
No.
Nada?
Hearthstone.
Oh yeah.
Somebody just uninstalled that from their phone today.
We'll
Ha.
talk about it later.
So I have something funny. So, I used to play Treasure Cruise quite a bit, and they always, whenever they announce a character, they like post it up and then Google Translate it or something, and every time it makes the littlest amount of sense possible. So they added this new character, Admiral Fujitora, and it says Toku added as an even crazier than he has found. Even envy in meteorites and even drop is the owner of Spooky and talented enough to be called.
Booyah!
That was
Best
what?
card ever.
Not one word of that
Makes
was
sense.
supposed to
Was
be next to
grammatically
the
correct.
other word it was next to.
So good.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Pat?
My name's
Love
Pat.
Japanese to English.
You know, I've been playing a fuck ton of Far Harbor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fallout 4?
I got the new Fallout 4 DLC.
Oh, nice. I did not know that was out.
That map is not content-wise, but the map itself is bigger than Oblivion.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm not even lying. Like,
That-
it is huge.
Didn't they-
goddamn
Didn't they say
ridiculous.
that it was the biggest DLC that Bethesda's
that they've ever came out with.
released?
Yes, yep,
For
the
the-
biggest one they've
For
ever
the
came
third
out with.
week in a row, yes.
We do keep talking about
We do.
how big it is.
Okay.
Anyway.
And how big the DLC is.
The one thing that I've noticed big
Understand.
time about it, no quote in general, big, because the big.
big, big time, right? We
It
get it.
seems like the character models, while it is the old school like Bethesda engine, like a lot of people have been like, well, the graphics aren't like it. They put a lot of effort into the character design, at least on the main storyline characters. Like they all look good. They all like facial expressions, everything like that is going really good all the way through so far.
Yeah.
And it's not something where you jump in and it's like, go here, here, here. Like, there is multiple stuff to do. Like, you come in and you have to defend the town on a certain attack. I'm trying to go as non-spoilery as possible. You come in, yeah, defend against the attack. Hey, you're coming in. You're trying to find somebody that has apparently run away from here. But there's even a side quest beforehand, before you go to Far Harbor, that you have to figure out before you can even go to the next area, which was really fun too. I loved it. You get a bunch of like holotapes, listen to some storyline.
Yeah, storyline.
Nobody cares about me. Well, Logan kind of likes storyline.
I like story.
I love storyline.
I'm giving you guys shit. I'm kidding.
I love story games.
What's
Well,
your
I'm kidding.
damage?
I know, I'm kidding. Love you.
What's your major
I
malfunction,
love you
man?
too. I love you
You're
too,
Final
Pat.
Fantasy buddy, don't worry.
Yeah, I love you too, Pat.
But besides Fallout, Street Fighter 5. I posted a great video.
That was pretty cool.
That was a great. Oh man, I was feeling good that night.
I feel like that was a video that I watched before though, or was that one that you like just recorded that?
No, I just
Okay,
recorded that.
because I remember watching you play as Ken, where you fought the same. I forgot the big dude's name, but
Zangief.
Zangief. Yeah.
The Red Cyclone.
Whatever. But yeah, I remember you showed me a video a long time.
I'm pretty
ago.
sure everybody in the group didn't give a shit besides
Yeah,
Josh.
I agree.
Josh gave me props for it.
I think
That
it's
time,
cool
so
to
I-
watch. Like I don't have.
I
the game.
finished that guy with a hardcore ultra. That's the only thing I cared about.
Phrasing.
Yeah, I really wish that they did that.
Trogdor!
No, Killer Instinct has the best ultra scream ever created.
Ultra
Combo breaker.
Killer
Anyway.
Instinct is awesome.
Besides those two, been playing some Pokemon Blue.
Ooh.
Still,
Old school
every
Pokemon
once in
Blue?
a while. Yeah, I have it on my DS.
Old school Pokemon Blue? Is there a new school one?
Get
that we haven't heard
your
about?
Well, I mean, like I know they.
Because if there is, me and Doug
I know they
really
read
know
it.
about
Yeah,
it.
it's
They
called,
did not-
I think
it's
all
called
of us-
Leaf Green.
Yeah, Leaf Green is the only remake of Pokemon Blue. And
Well, okay. When I say old school, I meant like you were playing it like on a fucking like old.
I have
Game
it.
Boy Pocket
No,
or
I
something
wish
like
I
that.
did.
they added it to the e-store for the 3DS.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew
10
that,
bucks
but
piece, yeah,
I didn't.
made it.
It's the
For
same
Game
game.
Boy Advance.
It's
Yeah.
the same game, so it doesn't matter.
I'm playing Pokemon and some Hearthstone and some Dokkan Battle, motherfucker.
Yeah, Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
So
He's got
War.
some strong feelings about that.
God damn it.
Love the Hearthstone.
I deleted Hearthstone. Fuck
I bet you
Hearthstone.
did Hearthstone. Okay. You'll,
Logan.
you'll reinstall it again, don't
Filthy
worry.
casuals.
Someday.
No, you will. I know you will. You'll be like, I'm bored with all the games I'm playing. Let's see what Hearthstone's doing. And then you call it Hearthstone on accident instead of Hearthstone, and you'll be like, I hate you, Pat.
I've never called it Hearthstone. I almost can't even do it. Because I
'Cause you
I
hate
was
me
just
so much.
about to do it, and I almost said Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. I love
Herf.
Hearthstone.
It's
Herf.
Hearthstone.
Another Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
That
Besides
Sounds like
that,
a
I am
venereal
getting
disease.
Uncharted 4 this weekend, and I will talk about that next week. Hopefully Josh will get it, so me, you, and Josh can actually and by you, I mean Drew.
I can't risk getting spoiled, so I do have to buy it this weekend. I have to get it.
So
Do you really?
It
Do you really
is-
though? Do you really
it's-
have to get
It's
it?
scary looking.
I came
I'm not
over-
even lying, It's scary looking.
I came over on
What'd
Monday
you say?
night, and
The best console looking game
It's the best looking console game I've ever seen for
Yeah.
any console. ever made.
Stupid good.
I came over on Monday night and Drew was here, and he was playing a game, and then all of a sudden I turned around and I was just like, "Is that fucking Uncharted 4?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I cannot fucking be here right now."
Yeah.
I fucking walked outside and I sat on the deck, like I sat in a corner for like fucking 30 minutes, and
No
I was just like,
spoilers.
I literally like I was hearing gunshots and Nate, like fucking Nathan Drake talking to Sully, and I was just like, nope, nope, don't want to be here. Fuck you, fuck everything.
I was playing
No.
Rocket League and I was like 20 minutes. I was like, "Where'd Josh go?" I was like,
Yeah.
"You're gone."
Yeah, do not want to
That
be
was
around
weird.
for Uncharted spoilers. I do not want to know
Game
anything.
story.
Yeah, you
Storyline's
sit
great.
on that deck.
I
He will, and he'll enjoy it.
will. I
And he's
enjoy
gonna
it.
enjoy it even better when he plays Uncharted 4.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on that. So.
Mom, the meatloaf! Like, he'll just
Fuck!
That's all I'll do. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
I
okay.
won't scream.
Yeah, it's okay.
You
Love
playing
you.
Logan?
Podcast guy. What you got going on?
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
If nothing,
Don't
I got,
inflate
I
his
got
ego.
Fallout shit to talk
Really?
about.
You already talked about Fallout.
I talked about...
You're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can talk about more if you want. That's fine. But I played Dishonored, a little bit ESO, a
There's
little bit
harpoons.
Siege. Harpoons.
You can use harpoons in the new Fallout DLC.
Give me time to talk.
I'm just kidding. And you can use it in
Why are you
rail-
whispering?
in the railgun, too.
I don't know.
If you want to.
I did play some Dishonored. ESO, Siege. We played Halo, PvZ. I played everything.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of Overwatch.
Saw some Minecraft,
Lots
too.
and
You
lots
played
of-
Minecraft,
I didn't
too.
play
I saw
Minecraft.
him.
Not this week.
I know. I'm
I played
giving you
Minecraft
shit.
in forever.
You only
so-
ever play Minecraft when Jared's on.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Jared or Sean or someone wants to play. On the record here, I actually don't really like Minecraft that much, but it is a lot of fun when you play with other people, just fucking around and causing mayhem. That's where it's
Leaving me in caves. To fend
basically,
myself.
just horse and
Did
cave
they
and
do
fucking
that one
leave.
time? That's
yeah,
hilarious.
that one time.
That's
No,
so funny.
when I first started, like I
I've
like,
never played Minecraft, but
I was
I've seen
against-
videos of people doing that.
I was
Oh,
against
help me!
Minecraft for the longest time. Okay, then I was like, okay, fine, fuck it. Sean gave me a free copy. I'll try it out. And I was like, I don't have any stuff. You guys gotta help me get some gear. So Logan takes me down into like the center of the earth. He's like, here, I'll give you a hammer and a sword and all this shit. And then he's like, okay, go mine, have fun, and then just leaves.
I left.
And then I'm like, guys, what's
I don't know
And I
what
started-
to do anymore.
And then I was getting attacked by creepers and zombies and shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what am I doing? I don't know what to do.
Help me. No, you're
am I
fine.
doing?
You're good. You're
That
good.
was
You're
a
fine.
good
You got a
day.
sword. You're
The
fine.
first
Yeah.
time I played Minecraft, I bought the game for $10, and I think I played for
It was the last time you played, too.
about 2 hours, and then I never turned the game on again. But
You bought it?
But you played Super Amazing Wagon
I
Adventure.
played,
I'd let you buy that.
That's actually worth the money.
I
Yeah,
started,
it
that
is.
game is amazing.
I
It
started
is
making a
completely
castle.
Super Amazing Wagon Adventure. Buy it now.
I started making a castle built into a mountain, and then I thought, well, I'm going to start digging downwards, and then I fell into a lava pit. I shut the game off.
You rage quit basically. You're just like, fine, I'm done.
It's
Fuck
the,
it.
it's the
That's
most.
it.
It's supposed to be like the most calming game ever.
Oh.
It was the
Who
most.
rage quits Minecraft?
It was such a rage quit that I never turned it on again for any reason.
No, I only enjoy it when I play with other people because the shit that happens is so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
I still like the idea of the Village Idiot segment that. For
yes,
Minecraft.
we're still not gonna let you play it until we start recording, and then we're just gonna make you deal with it and fucking learn.
I'll take the bullets.
You should
Yeah.
make a pit and push him in it, and then take away whatever ladder there is and fill the pit with spiders.
You're an ass.
Here's spiders. You gotta fight them now. So no, I didn't really play much else. Just everything that everybody already talked about, except I'm working through Dishonored, and then
Because it's backwards compatible now, right?
well, I think so, but they re-released it on Xbox One. I picked it up Xbox One.
Okay.
But I have Mirror's Edge ready to go whenever it comes out. I think that's a couple weeks still. Early June, like 7th or something, yeah. So I will have that to play when it comes out.
That sounds right.
Yes.
So you already paid for it then?
Yeah, pre-ordered.
Okay, you pre-ordered. Yeah.
I just wasn't
Collectors?
gonna say that here. No, I just got the game for now. The collector's actually... This is weird about Mirror's Edge Collectors. It doesn't come with the game. The collector's edition is a separate thing.
What?
Yeah. So
Fuck.
How does it not come with the game?
Brilliant!
I don't know,
That's
it's weird.
great marketing.
How does it not come with the game?
you can choose to buy the game and the collector's like separate, and you can get them bundled together. But if you want the collector's only, you can buy it separate.
So does that mean that? So okay. So
God damn it!
If you combine the game and the collector's edition, do they at least meet you halfway as far as price? Like, is there do you get a price break or something?
Every collector's is bundled for how much that's worth. So the content the collector's is worth X amount of dollars. Where if you add to the game,
say the collector's edition with the game is worth like $100 or something.
Okay.
Like full price of the game is $60. If you wanted to buy like the collector's edition, like just the collector's
Mine
edition,
comes with the video game.
you must have a bundle then. Was it Amazon?
Yeah.
So the collector's edition is like, let's say that's worth another $60. So you can buy those separately for $120. So do they at least give you some kind of incentive or price break?
There's no way to know because the
Yeah,
value
The
of the
whole thing
collector's
is $200.
It's 200. Okay, I didn't know what the price was.
Or
so I'm just throwing a
160
number
if
out
you're a
there.
Prime member.
Ooh.
I was told at least a while ago that they're
That
separate.
statue's fucking sweet.
It's pretty cool. I seriously might pick up the statue like on eBay or something later.
Yeah.
For $300 when you
Yeah,
can just
fuck
buy
it. It'll be cheap. I'll find it.
Scumbag EA puts out a collector's edition of Mirror's Edge without the game and doesn't release a collector's edition of Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah, why can't they
They
ever have
absolutely
one?
should have.
Like with all the characters, like a little mini figure, like a 3-inch figure of all the characters.
They're also releasing Titanfall alongside Battlefield 1. And,
Who cares?
Well,
Who cares?
No one.
What about Battlefield 1?
All of us here,
No, he said Titanfall.
Logan excluded, would likely not give Titanfall a second.
I like Titanfall.
Thank
It's a
you.
good
Thank
game.
you, Dennis.
But I'm saying
You'll play it
it's,
for 2 weeks.
I'm saying it's worth playing. But
I
the
played
fact that they're
Titanfall for months.
but the
Well, I'm,
fact that
I'm talking about.
Titanfall is
Thank
not.
you.
I'm not
worth playing.
directing that at you, but
Thank
you
you.
will
A second
eventually
one
drop
for
it.
another $60.
Well, everybody drops every game.
You will drop it shortly.
What I'm
shortly
saying,
after
what
release.
I'm saying is, like the game is worth playing, but the fact that they're releasing it as a holiday release alongside Battlefield 1 is not a very smart move on their part because Battlefield's just going to eat it alive in sales.
It's not worth playing either. So
It's a good. I like
They
it.
need to change some of the dynamics of Titanfall to make it.
It's
Because if
Logan,
it's the same game, I'll play it.
How about no
But
bots?
I don't even know if I want to buy it.
yeah, no bots. Would
How
be
about
fine.
no fucking
bots
bots
and like
for one?
make the server like allow more players on the server in the match.
Well, there was a leak for Titanfall that said the maps are going to be bigger, I guess. So I would assume maybe the number of players are going to be bigger.
if they release the bots,
So-
that was my
Grappling hooks.
my biggest complaint. That was my only complaint with Titanfall. Like just no bots. Just put just add more players. That's all I want.
my biggest complaint for Titanfall was that it was remarkably boring after a week.
Yeah.
You see that about almost every game.
I know, though.
I feel like the game did need
I know.
it did need a story element at least. I mean, they threw
It
something
needed
like in there.
anything other than what they had. Like anything, they could have added anything to the game, and it would have helped.
But
Instead, it was, oh, you want a campaign? Well, it's literally the exact same thing as the multiplayer. So have fun.
yeah.
Well, how did a game...
People talk before and after the mission.
What
So,
about
yeah,
a game, Nate, like when we played Halo 2 for hours upon hours on end? What did that do differently than Titanfall did in terms of why was it more fun? Why did you enjoy it more?
because the Titanfall battle system wasn't any good.
So just you got kind of tired of the gameplay, basically?
Yeah,
Titanfall?
it wasn't any good. It wasn't a good game. It was an average game that came out in a time of not playing average games anymore. Like, gamers
I can see
nowadays
that.
don't want average games anymore if they're multiplayer only.
It was fairly simple, I guess, in terms of mechanics.
Yeah.
That fucking... I love
But
the
you-
Titans. The Titans
but-
are awesome.
The
you-
Titan combat was the biggest problem with the game.
The problem.
Yeah.
Why would you
It
why would you
was
say it was a
fun,
problem?
but at the same time, it was most of the time uneventful. Like,
I
you
wouldn't
get
agree
to
with
the
that.
point where
I
you
wouldn't agree
kill
with
the
that.
You
Titan.
could get some crazy shit going on.
Most
Yeah.
of the time, you'd kill the Titan, and they would just eject and run away, and you accomplished nothing.
Not always.
Not really. I mean,
Sometimes
Most
you would
of the
see
time.
them come back down and fucking just light them up if they were falling and kill them in midair.
I'm
and-
just saying. Well, some of them went invisible when they
Maybe,
went out.
well, that's a possibility. Maybe most of the time for you, but about probably less than half they would eject for me. I also played a lot more than you, so
I don't know. I played the Titan combat, and they just weren't entertaining. Like it got boring so fast because the only thing you had to do was have the one where you catch all the bullets, and just be the last one to use that ability, and then it's instant win on the Titan combat.
I wish I could remember my Titan setup. I'm gonna play Titanfall tonight.
yeah.
Play Titanfall. When this is over, play Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yes. Do you have something to say, Pat?
I did before I left. Sorry, guys, I'm leaving early. But For our future topic coming up, I'm only going to say 3 different games, and then they'll know what I'm talking about later. Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, and Super Mario Brothers are 3 of my biggest gaming influences.
Spoiler alert.
I know
Yeah.
it's cliche. I know it'll come up
alert.
multiple times,
it's
but that's what I'm saying.
But it's a topic we're gonna lead into later.
I'm just saying in general. Yes,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, and Josh.
And-
Which Zelda?
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
But I guess to kind of close out the Titanfall topic, what I was kind of getting at
Later,
is I don't-
babe.
Is I don't
guys.
see you, Pat. But what I was getting at is I don't think Titanfall stands up as a strong holiday release type game. It's kind of more like Logan was saying earlier. It's a March
It's
spring
an
spring game.
average game.
It's a spring release.
The
It's
first one
something
was an
I'm-
average.
The spring.
Maybe the second one will be better.
But,
It's
Yeah,
but
something
what
I
have they
might rent.
said to make you think that it would be better?
They haven't shown anything yet.
They haven't
so
shown
we
anything.
can't
They just
say.
had a teaser.
They had a teaser.
They had
that's
a
it.
teaser that said the only things we've changed are we added a grappling hook and bigger maps.
They also have a sword.
That'd be kind of cool.
Fucking IGN 10 out of 10.
Well, it was IGN that released a teaser.
We'll play, yeah. We'll play.
That's the
But-
last thing I say. Sorry.
But I mean, this is all just like basic information they're releasing right now. It's like we don't know what the game is like until it's released. So I mean, having
I'm
these
just
kind of
saying-
judgments isn't exactly fair.
Hopefully
It
it's
doesn't
something like
matter if I
Battlefront.
have these judgments now. I'm gonna say the same thing when the game comes out in March, and nobody's gonna listen, and everybody's gonna go out and buy the game, and they're gonna play it for 2
But
weeks,
the
and they're gonna put it
game
down.
doesn't come out in March.
Whatever.
It comes
I'm
it
just
comes out,
saying.
it comes out in October.
Whenever it comes out, the same
Supposed to,
thing
yeah.
is gonna happen. Just it's not gonna change.
We will see. We will
Like
find
we
out.
said, we won't know until it releases. Because you
I just
gotta
don't-
you gotta play it.
What kind of faith do you have in a company that couldn't produce a good game the first time?
Well, it was their first game. It was their first game. You consider it kind of a.
To be fair, they were a very veteran.
I know they were a very veteran studio, but they were also like a new company. So like it was their first major release. Obviously, yes, it was the old guys from Infinity Ward. I know
The only good people from
the only good people from Infinity Ward, but they wanted to do something new. That was like
the developer that's a fucking shell of its former self. Can I keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going. Got any more?
Garbage.
Oh.
Fuck you, Infinity Ward.
Yeah. Infinity Ward is just stop.
We'll have to see how Titanfall holds up because it might not go well with it being against every other big
Inevitably,
fucking
it could end up
They-
like
I just think yeah,
being Call of Duty, but not Call of Duty.
game. But selling way less.
selling
yeah.
way less. Yeah, it's gonna get eaten alive in sales by Battlefield.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
Possible.
Digging your own grave there. So that's all I'm
But,
saying.
Yeah. So, are we moving off that topic or
Have
we
fun
gotta-
with lackluster sales.
Everybody's on their phones.
This
Get
is
off,
true.
get off your phones.
Not on my phone.
Fucking
Everybody's messing with their phones in some way.
I'm not on my phone.
I can also keep
What?
talking. On
I'm
my
cleaning
phone.
my phone case.
I am an active member of this conversation.
Are you though?
Yeah, did you not just hear me say all those words I just said?
You said a lot of words.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
said those words out of your face hole.
Yes.
Well,
My face.
In other gaming news, No Man's Sky was announced as delayed.
I'm not mad.
Good.
Honestly, I'm
Good,
not
I'm glad.
upset.
Did they say how long?
Till July or August.
Who cares?
It's only about a month or
Delay,
so.
Yeah.
delay a game as long as you want to. Just make sure it's good when it comes out.
Pretty much.
You don't want a Battlefront situation.
You're gonna be
Or not a Battlefront, a Homefront, sorry.
Oh
Homefront
my god! No,
situation.
they had no.
Homefront.
They had they delayed the game another year, and it still came out a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
garbage.
What the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. That is.
I don't know why you guys get
Pretty-
surprised
Pretty
anymore.
garbage.
I don't know why you guys get surprised by this stuff anymore.
After that
Every
beta,
time it happens, I'm just like, man, this is another fucking terrible game.
Well, it's,
after that beta, I
if-
lost
but
all my.
what
all
makes
my
me
hope.
what makes me more mad is like that there's no excuse for it. They delayed the game another year to and fucking Dambuster even said we're delaying the game a year to give our development team ample time to actually finish the game.
Yes, but
And they
when
fucking-
did they start development on that game?
They was supposed to come out like I want to say like it was supposed to come out like 2014.
Okay, but when did they start development?
I want to at least probably I want to say like 2012 maybe. It's kind of been in development hell because it's gone through different companies and it keeps getting passed along. And
THQ went under.
THQ went under. Crytek bought the rights. I mean, we talked about this before, but
Yeah.
it was I don't know. There's no excuse for how terrible that game turned out.
Bye, Sean.
Sean's leaving.
Bye.
Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Before I leave, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past,
Halo.
Halo 2,
Say it.
See, that's what we want to hear you.
Say video game.
Say a video game, Sean.
Fuck,
Air,
can't think of one. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, bye.
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 But yeah,
Bye, Sean.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Well, I guess that's all I really had to say about Homefront. So it's a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm really
we were
disappointed.
mostly talking about No Man's Sky.
Well, yeah, but we kind of got segued into Homefront. But anyway, yeah, good on them. No Man's Sky. Delay as long as you need to.
Yep, I honestly don't care. As long as it's good when it comes out, I'm fine with it.
It's not even coming out. Is it? It's not even coming out for Xbox anyway, is it?
Nope.
No, that's what I was
PC.
thinking. PC and PS4.
But everyone will be sick of it in 2 weeks.
Why do you say that?
Because of the nature of the game.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be something that I go back to. Like, I'll play it for a little bit when it first comes out, but it'll be something I go back to every once in a while. Like, I'll explore a planet or two. It'll be one of those games where, like, if I want alone time, like, and I just want to, like, you know, like Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus is a great game that I love to play whenever I just felt like I just wanted to just play a game and not be interrupted. So, No Man's Sky, I feel like, will kind of be like that for me, too. But who knows?
Well, have they even released any details about like what the actual context of like the gameplay is going to be like? Because I know it's obviously exploration based. Is there going to be any combat, or is it
There's
just
combat.
like is
There's
it just
guns
like
and stuff?
there is
There's
okay,
combat per se.
Like,
We've talked about it before.
Is it mostly just you scooting around the galaxy, like just exploring stuff and discovering new planets and everything?
I think it's mostly supposed to be an explorer.
I know, yeah.
Game. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That with that in mind, that would kind of make me uneasy about it keeping people's attention for a long time.
Replay value, I guess.
Well, there's a lot of
how much you're going to come back.
There is a lot of replay value because there's a lot of content in the game, but as far as like the context of the gameplay, like
I
feel like
call it replay value.
You don't think so?
No,
I was trying to put it in a category.
When you think replay value, you think you beat the game and you go back and you play it again. There's no beating the game.
And there's no objective either.
Yeah. It would literally take you more time than you could ever be alive to finish it.
The way they worded it at one point, it was like 1 billion years or something. It would take.
Well, 18 quadrillion planets is quite a lot to explore.
Are they releasing DLC?
Why would they?
Yeah, why would you?
I mean, they could, I guess.
They could because
as a slap in the face.
I don't know if you know anything about the game, but the program that they use,
it like codes itself.
Yeah,
like
it's just an auto coding thing that it randomly designs the planet.
That's I honestly don't know a whole lot about it. That's basically all that I've heard. Like they made an algorithm that just like the game just makes itself essentially.
Yeah, which is why I didn't understand why they were delaying it, because what do you need to delay if you already have?
Well, maybe they're working on like art assets or something, or
I think they're working on adding some kind of other content.
Yeah, like because I mean,
I think that they put their feelers out there a while back, and they got some feedback from people who were saying, "Well, what else is there to do?" And they went, "What do you mean?" They go, "Well, all there is flying to a planet and walking around the planet." Yeah. Oh, well, I guess that'd be okay for a while. And so they added more content.
So it's like 2 weeks later.
There's no objective. It's like a giant sandbox that you can play in.
Giant sandbox that you can't change.
You can fly to a new planet and it changes that way.
I mean, I can understand the appeal to some people. Like some people are into that quote unquote completionist type of game, which I mean is stupid to say.
It is.
It's not even a completionist type of game.
Well,
that mentality though will drive you to find more.
That's why I use.
You're never going to complete it. You're never 100%.
That's why such a small, minute segment of the gaming population that is not going to stick around to play that game.
That might be true.
Who else is
that's the draw of the game.
Who else is their target though? Like I feel like that's kind of what who their target is.
People that like sandbox games.
Yeah, people like sandbox games. People who, like once again, I use the term loosely, like completionist type of games.
Like Jared Bogue will love this game. He would never stop playing it.
I don't think he'll attract the completionist people because what is there to complete?
There's
no objective.
That's kind of the thing, though, is that the draw to keep finding things, even if it's not really attainable, it hits that mark with them.
Jared likes Minecraft.
That's the thing I'm telling you.
Yeah, Jared likes Minecraft.
I don't have that mentality. That doesn't appeal to me.
Jared wouldn't like it. I'm saying, why would completionist people want to play it if you can never complete it?
it's the draw. It's not the goal. It's like it's the
The process of
Yeah, but
doing it.
It's scratching the
completionist
itch of
people
the-
are always all about the goal at the end. They want that
Results.
satisfaction of having nothing left to do in the
Well,
game.
we're kind of saying two sides of the same coin kind of thing. Like, I get what you're saying, that people who want 100%, they might be like, well, fuck this.
Yeah.
But the people who like to the feeling of getting it,
Yeah.
it's going to draw them in. And what Drew said might be right. Maybe it will be a 2-week thing. They'll go, this is not what I thought. So it's very possible. So
I agree with you. I think
yeah.
it's
No,
gonna
I
end up-
think it could.
I think it's
phase.
going to end up being something that, like Josh
They
said,
just need- they
maybe
just
it's
need-
something that they go back to once in a blue moon. when
Yeah,
they're
they just need
feeling-
something that keeps their
when they're
attention.
feeling lonely and sad.
Then that game shouldn't be $60.
Want to burn some time into a game.
Get it
well,
when it's on sale.
Yeah, wait till it's like in the $20 bin. at
Or
GameStop.
wait for
Well,
reviews. I mean, it might be a lot better than what we think it'll be.
There's probably mechanics that we're not aware of too. Honestly,
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
probably
Like
a lot of
they
things
haven't
that we
really
don't
released
know.
like any major
Well,
information
it's a
about the game.
survivalist game, and there's not a lot of games out there that are survivalist games where
Daisy.
Daisy, yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say Daisy.
What I mean is,
Arma.
like, the environment matters. Like, you have to be prepared for the planet you are going on.
Yep.
You can't just walk onto the planet.
Exactly.
blind.
You have to upgrade your ship and your suit in order to explore certain planets. So yes,
If
there
you just
there will
walk
be a
onto
draw
an ice
there.
planet with what your
Just
starting gear.
Skin on your back.
You'll die in a few
Yep,
minutes.
you'll get fucked completely. Lost Planet was kind of like that, if you guys remember.
Dude, Lost Planet was awesome. I think that's one of the more underrated series that Capcom ever made.
I could never get myself to finish that game.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It was fun.
Like, they were
it
fun,
wasn't.
but I never could.
I
I
never.
never cared to finish.
I
It was,
never-
I'm the exact same way. It was fun, but it's like, okay,
You're halfway through. You're like, I played.
It's definitely it's not worth.
That's it.
It's not worth keeping, like buying and holding on to. It's definitely worth playing. Though.
whichever
It's
one
of those-
had the beta where you could fight that boss.
That was 2.
I do remember playing that beta over and over and
That
over
was
and over,
2,
just
yeah.
because that boss fight was really fun.
That was like the draw of that game. Was like, there's big bosses and co-op and blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Disco, there was a kind of a question you wanted to ask the group, and it was a good conversation question.
I figured this one could eat up some time since we're having so many slow news weeks leading up to E3.
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting to blow their load
I
on
was gonna
E3.
say,
That's
Yeah.
the thing is 2 more regular podcasts, and then the E3,
which I will miss,
events.
unfortunately. But
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Good.
you guys don't care.
Good, you're gone.
Yeah.
Finally,
Finally.
right?
But one of the things I thought we could discuss, and it'll be a little easier now that there's only 5 of us, and you heard the answers from the 2 who left. But just kind of go into the background of all of us. What games from gaming history inspired you and turned you into the gamer that you are today? So I thought you guys could go through and name a game or a couple of games from each console that kind of developed you into the gamer you are today.
Yeah.
We can start with Josh. Go ahead. You've been out of the conversation.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Reddit.
Get off
You
of
got
Reddit. Get off of Reddit.
So, for me,
Go all the way back to your childhood.
all the way back at 4 years old when I first picked up an NES controller. The first 2 games that I ever played were Pinball and Super Mario Brothers, the original on Nintendo NES. I did like Pinball, but honestly, I think like what really drove me to play more games was the original Super Mario Brothers. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, there was nothing that could beat that game at that time, and that's what motivated me, or I guess I should say my parents, to buy me an NES. So, I mean, and ever since then, I haven't been able to put a controller down. But as far as games that really drove me into the infinite black hole that is, gaming as a hobby, I would say Donkey Kong Country, the original Donkey Kong Country, was like a platformer that was just completely unparalleled. Like, I never wanted a game so badly or been addicted to a game so badly as I did in the Donkey Kong series. I played all of them. Played 1, 2, and 3. I never beat 2. I regret it every day of my life because that game was so fucking hard. But I did beat 1 and I did beat 3. Unfortunately, maybe one day I'll get around to beating 2. You know, but
We all have those games that haunt our dreams.
Yeah.
I'll go into one of mine later.
I'd say
I like yours actually.
Yeah.
That's a kind of a good story.
I'd say Donkey Kong Country as a series as a whole definitely affected that. Super Mario Kart, you know, I'd say it would be another one that really kind of inspired more of a love of gaming out of me. Next console generation, which was kind of like, you know, Nintendo 64 era, stuff like that. Honestly, probably Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is definitely an influence that cannot be overlooked. Like, for me to play a game back then and play it and beat it as much as I did, I mean, full playthroughs, we're talking 3 or 4 at least. And that's unlocking everything. Big Goron sword, every shield, every weapon, all of it. Completely doing all of the main side quests. I mean, it was, for me, as far as like narrative and storytelling, like, I mean, it really got me excited about the future of gaming. And so, like, I mean, and there's honestly, I don't think I can recall a game that had more of an impact on me as far as like what I wanted to do for the rest of my life as a hobby, which would be video games, than Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. There's just nothing that can beat it. As beyond that, next generation, I'd say Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy.
Sure.
Final Fantasy, like of the early days, like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, definitely kind of hit me more towards the JRPG angle, which I still love playing JRPGs. I wish I had time to play more RPGs than I do today, but definitely that style of gaming really, really kind of helped me out with that. Pokemon included, so I mean, Pokemon was really similar, but Kingdom Hearts, all of the old school Square Enix games, for sure, every single one of them I played, I was just like, yeah, this is great. I want to do this for the rest of my life. First person shooters, like more modern gaming, I'd say Halo.
Yeah.
Halo definitely. Other than that, I mean, yeah, there's been some great games out there, like, you know, Uncharted series, you know, we talked about that earlier, but as far as like, you know, we all go through different stages, you know, of our lives, and we all go through different games, you know, as we evolve, games have evolved. I mean, this is the generation that grew up with video games. So in summary, again, Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario 64, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time specifically, not A Link to the Past, because fuck Pat, and he's wrong. But A Link to the Past is good, but it's not as good as Ocarina of Time, and it never will be.
What about Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask is amazing,
It's
and
very
it's right underneath Ocarina of Time, but it will never beat Ocarina of Time.
I should play a Legend of Zelda game.
You should play a Legend of Zelda game.
Ocarina
of Time.
Dude,
You disappoint me
I've
so
tried.
much.
I've really tried. I've really tried to get into Zelda.
Yeah, you really tried to be a good person, but
I can't.
sorry, it just didn't work out for
I don't
you.
know. There's just something about the game. Like, I can't do it. Like, I
What's
don't
the
know.
one Pat?
I had problems with it.
Oh,
too.
I'm sorry. It's not like, you know, Modern Warfare or anything.
No,
like that.
I'm
I can
talking
only
like-
keep your attention for 5
I'm
minutes.
talking like as far as like RPGs go. I don't know. It just feels too like, I guess, childish to me. I guess is a good way to say it.
Yeah, because
But-
you know, good narrative and collectibles and
Well, yeah,
lots of
that's-
side quests is
that's
it's
all-
insanely childish.
That's all good. Like that's all like those elements that I like. But I mean, I don't know. It's just I like kind of a little bit more grit to my RPGs.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Do you guys who have played those Zelda games, do you think that is more of when you played them and where you were in your life
No.
as being younger? You don't-
Absolutely
No,
not.
I'm not trying to speak, talk down on it or anything.
No, I know.
But
It's
Yeah.
I'm,
you don't
I'm telling
think
you, no.
it's still
not.
okay. That's all. I was just curious.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Those
'Cause
games.
some games are that way where it's like what you're doing in your life at the time. It's the generation of gaming at the time.
Those
it's not. You know.
those games laid the foundation for the rest of gaming as a whole. Adventure games, like it broke the mold in
It's-
terms of setting those foundations.
It still stands the test of time. I mean, think about it. They released 3DS remastered copies of these games, And they wouldn't have, and Nintendo, and of course, like, Nintendo would never have done that if there had not been an overwhelming demand for it. I mean, we're still demanding things from Nintendo that we're not getting, but they made sure shit that they were going to re-release those Zelda games. And in fact, those are the top 2 games that I'm playing on my 3DS right now. Those are the only games I'm playing on my 3DS.
I remember when Nintendo made games.
Yep, so do I.
Pokemon Skyrim. Make it happen.
But
Won't happen,
Ocarina, like, games like Ocarina of Time are just so timeless. Like, they just never get old. They never get stale. And, you know, to say that it's childish is just wrong, because there's
Worth.
I'm not saying that the game like does not have a huge legacy and like it made a huge impact on gaming as a whole, and kind of made it what it is today. But it's just like my personal feelings on it. Like I said, I tried to get into it. There's something about it that I couldn't quite hang on to that didn't hold my attention, and I can't really put my finger on that.
Well, I mean, there was a really in-depth storyline, and not only was there a really in-depth storyline, but it functioned. You know, the longer you went on, the darker it got. I mean, especially like when you traveled forward through time 7 years later, and you saw the amount of havoc that Ganondorf wreaked onto Hyrule. It was just insanity. I think the first time I walked out of the Temple of Time after I had turned into an adult, like, I shit myself. Like, it was just... I was so mind blown by the entire change of the world and how you felt like the decisions you made a difference, even though you were on a linear path the entire time.
And you're talking about the story for Ocarina of Time.
Absolutely.
Alone. Okay,
Absolutely.
Because arguably The Legend of Zelda has the most fucked up chronological timeline.
It does.
In gaming
It absolutely
history.
does. And even the encyclopedia acknowledges it. Like, I mean, it's kind of like it's a really fucked up thing, but I don't think Nintendo really expected people to freak out about the anthology and the mythology as much as people did.
So many games that they probably didn't think to keep everything canon. And
They
shit like
didn't.
that,
And, you know, to be fair, you know, you have fun playing your game. I mean, think of it like a comic book. I mean, every time that you go see like a comic book movie adaptation, as long as you think of it as like it's a different writer writing it and different things happened, then it's not gonna fuck you over too bad.
It's almost like Link is getting retconned in every game.
Like every time.
Basically a large way that they explain most of the games is that he's a reincarnation.
Like they're not true
of the
sequels,
hero.
technically.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. It's a very convoluted timeline.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is technically a sequel. It technically is to an Ocarina of Time. Technically it is, but it's not really fully. It's hinted at greatly, but it's not really fully disclosed.
Makes sense.
I think my problem with Ocarina of Time is that I didn't play it for the first time on a Nintendo 64. I played it for the first time on a 3DS. And it was really hard to solve like the puzzle type things when you couldn't see. Like I remember there was a puzzle that I struggled on for quite a while because of how, you know, it didn't translate well to the 3DS screen, and I couldn't see anything. It was like one of the first ones. You had to put a bomb in a certain spot, and you couldn't see it on the 3DS. Like I spent probably 2 hours looking around trying to figure it out because you literally couldn't even see it. It was so the screen was too small for the graphics that you were given.
I guess it would depend on your eyesight. I mean, the Nintendo.
I have great eyesight. I have great eyesight, but it was just on the 3DS. It's not, if you don't know what you're looking for, graphically, it's not great. You can't tell what is going on.
Well, and a lot of those puzzles weren't necessarily made to be easy. A lot of puzzles were there to fuck you over
they were
intentionally.
hard. I'm just saying, like, this one was just put a bomb in a certain spot, but you couldn't even see it on the 3DS because it was, the graphics just, they didn't translate well to the 3DS.
So yeah, not everything translates to handheld effectively.
I thought it translated amazingly, and they didn't even
you've played it before.
It's not a port. It's not a port. It's a completely remade game from the ground up.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, it didn't. To me, the game didn't translate well to a 3DS game. I wanted it to be on a TV.
I've been playing both of them for a while. I mean, I have to differ from your opinion. I mean, I feel like that they
think about it. You played it on TV first.
It's true.
It does help.
And honestly, I don't think the graphics are so outdated that I wouldn't ever go back and play it on Nintendo 64 again. Honestly, I think I would love that.
The graphics are fine on Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah, amazing for their time. I mean, honestly, if we're all being honest here, I mean, it's
but that's the only
stuff.
thing that made me stop playing it was I didn't like playing it on my 3DS.
You guys still have your gold cartridges? I have a gold cartridge for Majora's Mask. I do not have a gold cartridge for Ocarina of Time, unfortunately, but I do have a gold cartridge for Majora's Mask. The holographic gold cartridge at that. So
I haven't seen anyone that's different.
have you not?
No.
I'll bring it over on the next podcast. I'll show it to you.
No, I've seen the holographic one. I haven't
Oh.
seen one that's different than that.
Oh, have you not?
No.
No, they have regular
Never.
ones. They have regular ones out there. That's weird.
Well,
Interesting.
What is let's move on to you. What is
What
your,
about you?
Well, do you have anything else though, or
Other than Ocarina of Time is like one of the best games ever made, no.
okay?
So
Well, I guess my first console was a Sega Genesis, and my first game I've ever played was Sonic 2, and I was probably like 5 or 6, maybe something like that.
it's a great game.
It is a good game.
It's a great game.
But the game that I probably played the most on the Genesis was this game called Desert Strike. It was a game where like a little, like it's pretty. You flew around this little like attack helicopter and like would go around and like do little missions, like go blow up bases and like pick up supplies and go drop them back off to your airship and all this stuff. And like it was kind of, I mean, it was kind of I wouldn't really say it was like, well, I guess it was kind of cheesy, but I don't know. Like it was a game that I played a lot. Like, and I because when I was a little kid, like my dream was to be a pilot because I liked the movie Top Gun. but yeah. So
Danger Zone.
But yeah, that was when I was like a little kid. So, but I liked the games where you could fly around choppers and like jet fighters and stuff because I was into that, and so it kind of influenced my play style for that time. I didn't really play a whole lot of games for the Genesis though. Like I just kind of sat there and played Sonic and Desert Strike and maybe a couple. There was an X-Men game that I really liked. I can't remember which one it was though. But
What console?
it's Genesis.
There's really just like X-Men and X-Men 2. I don't really know if
I don't remember which one it was, but I don't know. But stop distracting me. So yeah, but there were a few games that I kind of played off and on and did all that. But then when I got an N64, my first game on that was Star Fox, and kind of going along the same lines. It was like you play a little fighter jet. Like I like the aerial style combat. But once I played Turok, that's where my love of first person shooters was really fostered. Because I don't know, do you guys ever play the original?
Turok is amazing.
Yeah,
I
Turok,
actually
yeah.
I unlocked all of the cheat codes for Turok
Yeah.
64. Oh my god, it was just
Like
it was a madhouse when you unlocked all of the cheat codes.
Like,
It
that was
just
a-
made no sense.
Like I don't know, I got that game when I was, what was I, 8 or 9, something like that, and that was a game that my dad played with me. Like he, granted, you guys remember how like kind of bloody and gruesome Turok was at the time. That was a game my dad like encouraged me to play with him because he was into it too. So we played Turok, GoldenEye, like all the major first-person shooters on N64.
Yeah,
GoldenEye. Trying to think of some other ones. I really like the South Park game, like that South Park first-person shooter.
That was pretty amazing.
yeah,
For
that was
Nintendo 64,
a great game, and it was
you could
hilarious.
pee on snowballs and throw them at people, and it caused more
and
damage.
throw Terrence and Phillip grenades that would like blow up and fart
and
like,
fart clouds. Yeah,
fart clouds.
pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, no, that was a fun game.
The South Park game was incredible.
And I remember the master cheat code. It was Bobby Bird. You get all the cheat codes.
It was Bobby Bird.
Bobby Bird,
Holy
yeah.
shit! I can't believe you fucking remember that.
You get like the pencil animation, like it was just black and white pencil, like storyboard type of animation, which was really cool. I don't know, you get like the big head cheat or whatever. And then kind of going more into the PlayStation 2 area, my first game that I got for PlayStation 2 was a SOCOM, and that's kind of where like I started to develop like I really like tactical shooters, like stealth games. So SOCOM was kind of like the fine line between first-person shooters, even though it was a third-person game, and then like stealth action. So I played a lot of that game online, and then I started playing Metal Gear Solid 3, which is the first Metal Gear Solid game that I played.
Oh man,
Why? What's that?
that is such an unfortunate.
Dude,
point
no.
to
Metal
start.
Gear Solid 3
Metal Gear
was,
Solid 3 is an amazing
was
game.
pretty fucking awesome.
It's my favorite Metal Gear Solid game.
I'm saying it's an unfortunate point to start Metal Gear Solid, the Metal
I
Gear
would-
franchise.
I wouldn't say that because like it technically is like the first game in the story. So like I don't know. I have a bad habit of doing that.
It's not unfortunate. It's just
It is unfortunate that you did not start with the original.
I played the original. But I didn't own a PlayStation, so I never had the chance to like actually sit down and play it in depth. But I
That
did
is
play
another one of those games. I mean, that one's on my list for the PlayStation generation, or PlayStation 1, original PlayStation. When I finally got a PlayStation, I got the PS1, the little white portable one.
Yeah.
And one of the games that I wanted the most out of all games. In fact, when I first got it, it was the only game I had, was Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
And it was the first mature rated game I ever got to own. I actually had to like convince my parents that it was okay for me to get it because I was pretty young at the time. And that game was revolutionary for its time.
Oh yeah. It
was amazing.
Like back to what Josh was saying. Like it's one of those games that stands the test of time.
I'd still go back and play it if my discs.
I played all the Metal Gear games except for Metal Gear 4, but I never owned a PS3, so
Yeah, that was on
I can't
PS3.
say I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3. Once I played 2, I stopped playing them because
Metal Gear 2 was
terrible.
It was okay. I wouldn't say it was a terrible game, but I
it
definitely
was
didn't.
really bad.
I didn't like playing as Raiden.
Yeah, he was a douche.
But yeah, so SOCOM, I love that franchise, and I'm kind of sad to see that it's fizzled out. Like, because I thought it was a really good game. They're really good games. I spent a lot of hours on that online. But then Metal Gear 3, that was a big one for PS2 generation. But then I traded my PS2 for an Xbox.
Yeah.
And and then the game that I played the most on Xbox that really kind of started to like, I don't know, got me into RPGs a whole lot was Fable.
Fable was fucking
Yeah,
legit.
the Lost Chapters, not the original one, but the Lost Chapters with all the added content, which was
I didn't get to play the Lost Chapter.
The Lost Chapters really tied up a lot of loose ends and made the game a lot more enjoyable to me, I guess.
Yeah, but it really only added things at the end of the game.
Yeah, but I really think it like that little bit was enough to kind of tie up with some loose ends that were in the story. I think.
I'm sure it was good content, and everything, but
Yeah.
that first Fable was like a perfect RPG.
Oh, it was
so good.
It was
It was
good.
really
It
good.
is
It was
good.
the only one of the series, I mean, excluding Lost Chapters, it was the only one of the series that had an ending that was worthwhile.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. This
Very
Fable
true.
Fable 2's ending was bullshit.
Terrible.
Fable 3's
Just
ending was
terrible.
even worse.
Yeah, Fable was kind of like the Killer's career. Like, they peaked early with their first album, and then Fable peaked early with its first game, and just nothing is just
Yeah.
But
ever
the gameplay for Fable
matched
2
up.
Fable 2
No,
was
Like
amazing.
90%
always-
of Fable 2 was fucking awesome.
They always
And
have-
then ending
the
was
game-
garbage.
they
you
always
got
have
to
very-
the ending and it was like the most disappointing thing ever because the
Yeah.
game was so fantastic, and then you got to the ending and you're like, man, that was not worth it. I
Yeah.
wish
It's-
that they
wow.
could take this back.
That's really bad. When you go through an entire game and you're just like, I hate everything now.
Well,
Like,
it
this
was
is-
worth playing through to get the experience, but
Like the gameplay was wonderful and
the story was cool.
The story was
I liked
great.
the changes they made.
everything was really good,
Yeah.
and then you just got to the ending and you're like, God, who decided this? Who decided this to be the ending
they were
of
working
the
on,
game?
they were working
it
on
was-
Project Milo for too long.
It's the guy, it's the guy in the back of the room that never says anything, and he was just like, "What?"
You know what would be really cool is if nothing happened at all and they just made a decision.
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Like that Jack of Blades
That
fight
made
at the end of one
like
was-
that
was
didn't
fucking
really add
cool.
anything to the story at all. But yeah, the Jack of Blades battle, like that was
Yeah, the
fucking
ending of
legit.
Fable 2 was just like the boss fight was not a boss fight. It was like
You
you
just-
fought some eye thing before you went to make your decision,
And then you just stood there,
and
as
then you
a-
just stood there as this cutscene happened. And at the end of the cutscene, they're like, "Oh, you have to make a choice." Okay, I made a choice. Well, that's the end of the game.
okay. Cool story, bro. Thanks for playing. Yeah, but Xbox generation, Fable got me into RPGs, and then that tied me over into Mass Effect eventually for 360 and that whole series, and yeah. So and then I guess
the original Mass Effect on Xbox.
yeah. No, Xbox 360. Not yeah. It didn't come out till 2007. And then the game that I guess like really got me into online shooters was COD 4. So and
Get Out.
no.
COD 4 is a
Garbage.
worthwhile one to play.
COD 4 is the best. It's
It's the best Call of Duty game.
It's the best call.
That's fair to say.
Yeah,
But when your bar is that
but
low,
there are a lot of games that like I mentioned a couple weeks ago. There are a lot of games that borrow elements and mechanics from COD 4 that they put into their gameplay.
I'm just not gonna say anything.
I
So
mean-
we beat this to the ground. I get it.
COD 4 pulled most of its elements from other games, so that's really not worth saying.
Yeah, I don't. There's some things that they did differently. I think.
Yeah,
but
like
They hit the lowest common denominator for fucking a game, and so they made everything as easy.
I think
as
the
possible.
only thing that Call of Duty brought in was like kill streaks.
and class customization. I don't
Battlefield
think
did
Yeah,
that.
there was plenty of other games that did that before.
Yeah,
Call of Duty.
I would not attribute class
Like Battlefield
customization
2,
to Call
I
of
think,
Duty
had-
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Battlefield
Customization,
2 was
yeah.
amazing.
It's not even really class customization; it's weapons customization.
Yeah.
No, there were perks and stuff. You
There,
could
yeah,
add
the
on
perks
the
of
game.
like different abilities.
Yeah, but everybody used stopping power.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Not
So-
everybody.
Okay.
Ground pounds. Ground, yes.
No, it's not 2014 yet.
98% of the population playing Call of Duty used stopping power.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some
it
people
didn't
would-
even need to be a perk. It should have just been.
Some people
always
use
on.
lightweight, steady aim. Yeah.
Yeah, but they used it for a specific class for a specific function, and then they get pissed off and go back to stopping.
Call of Duty's not a real game.
They were like, "Fuck, I want to be stronger."
Yeah.
So anything else worth?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
That's your stuff.
That's my stuff. Drew, on to you now.
I started playing games when I was 3, and my parents bought me a NES for Christmas when I was 3.
You guys are also lucky. I didn't start playing video games till I was like 8.
Yeah. I started playing Legend of Zelda and Battletoads and Contra. back in
Oh,
the
Contra
day.
was fun.
Yeah, so I really got a love for platformers like really early on. Mario Brothers, and then I got a Sega Genesis, and I started playing a lot of Sonic,
Yep.
like a lot of Sonic, Street Fighter, NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat. Got an N64. I played a lot of Super Smash Brothers,
There you go.
Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, Super Mario 64.
I played a lot of that game too. I don't even own a
And by far
64.
the best game ever, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
I spent so many fucking hours in that game, just amazing story.
So
And
many hours.
I don't know, just it had such a profound impact on my life in terms of gaming. I never played an adventure game that I had sunk that many hours into.
You realize the amount of time I could have spent masturbating that I spent playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
I can't fap to this.
It's so good.
It is absolutely absurd how great that game is.
I bought in the next generation of games. I bought a GameCube right when it came out.
Oh, I bought one of those.
Yeah, there were a lot of great games for GameCube. Eternal Darkness.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, RE4 was really great.
Don't get this get started on that.
Incredible. This is a great
Di-
game.
It
different-
should have just been called 4.
Wasn't
conversation.
wasn't the
We can't
wasn't
talk about that again.
wasn't
a great
Eternal
game.
Darkness the game that kind of trolled you with your save file?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we actually talked about this. On
Yeah,
one
we
of
talked
the
about- I was gonna
podcasts
say, you
was
talked
at.
about-
I really got into survival horror games with the debut GameCube because I didn't have a PlayStation growing up, so I didn't get to play like Resident Evil, and they
Silent Hill
ported
or anything like that.
They ported a lot of those. They ported over 0, or not. They didn't port 0.
I
But 1, 2,
remember
3, and then they came out with 4, and they also had a prequel 0
Yep.
on GameCube. So I got to play like all those games except for 2 and 3.
Man, what about Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and
I
Animal
didn't-
Crossing?
I didn't play any
You
of
never
that.
got those.
I
Oh,
really-
you missed out.
I really got into RPGs with Phantasy Star Online.
Oh
on GameCube,
yeah.
and Golden Sun on Game Boy Advance.
Never heard that.
Though yeah, and Pokemon. Those were all like big influential games that got me into RPGs. And I also ended up buying an Xbox a little bit later, so I started playing games like Halo, NFL Fever, Project Gotham Racing.
Project Gotham was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a 360 growing up, and BioShock is huge for me. I love that game.
Narrative and art direction, especially for BioShock. Gameplay in general, like honestly, that was probably one of the best games I played for Xbox 360
It
in
was
general.
unbelievable.
I'm super sad that studio's done too.
Yeah,
It's so sad.
it's pretty sad. I never got to play Infinite, but I play.
Play it. It's good.
I played the first BioShock. I haven't played 2 or Infinite.
2
I have not
2K
beat 2,
games.
and I have not played
No, Irrational.
Irrational, yeah.
Irrational
yeah,
made BioShock 1 and Infinite, not 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the collector's edition for 2, but I've never played it.
BioShock 2
Yeah.
is definitely worth playing. Obviously, it's not as good as
It's
the
not
other ones.
nearly as
Everybody
good.
says that's fine.
It's
It
probably
sounds
the
good.
worst out of the 3 to be
It
honest,
Absolutely.
I
But
had a
it's
really
still
hard
fun.
time getting sucked into Bioshock 2.
Honestly,
I would play it
you
for
don't
short
really.
bursts at a
Yeah.
time, and I still haven't finished it.
Dude, I like playing with as the big daddy with the drill. I thought the drill was fun. Like the combat was good. I liked the combat. I mean, it's not an amazing game, but worth playing. I'd say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely still play it.
God, the suspense, man. Like walking around a corner and, you know,
The splicers are fucking crazy
Oh,
in 2.
yeah,
also.
dude.
It's madness.
madness. It's great. Absolutely love it. So,
I forgot to mention Banjo-Kazooie.
hell yeah.
There were, I guess there were a
Great
couple.
game.
There was one game I did forget to mention. PS2 version or PS2 days. Grand Theft Auto, like that kind of helping it into sandbox games.
So which one? Because I think
GTA 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I played GTA 3, Vice City,
I
and
think
San
the first
Andreas,
one was
yeah.
on PlayStation.
Yeah, the very first one was on PlayStation, but GTA 3, like, and all the ones that followed that, and then Jack and Daxter 2 was kind of I love the Jack and Daxter series, but the second game is completely different than the first one. Like, even though it's still a sandbox game, but Jack and Daxter 2 brought a lot of elements from GTA. Like, you could steal cars and fly around and stuff, and then there was just kind of the random like street combat that you can engage in, and like the troops would start like chasing you down and stuff. So I thought that stuff was really fun. But yeah, for sandbox games, that's what got me started with those. Logan, you got anything?
You done, Drew?
Yeah.
The first game I remember playing was the original. I think just the original Mario.
Yeah.
Just whatever. How old are you in second grade?
7,
Yeah.
7, I
8,
guess.
7, 8.
Yeah,
This,
something like that.
Yeah, we moved right beside my grandma for a little while, and my uncle at the time had always my uncle. At the time, he had a Nintendo, and I didn't have one, so I had to go over there and play there, and I just played Mario. First game I ever played. It's funny, I never actually owned a Nintendo system except for Game Boy Color. I never owned a console, but yeah, it started with Mario really. Duck Hunt also, the combo with Duck Hunt. Played a lot of that.
That fucking dog.
Yeah, right. But no, I didn't really get into gaming really more intensely until Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
I played Sonic a little bit, but it wasn't a real big inspiration, just something to play. I played a lot of Spider-Man games actually. That kind of got me into, I guess, action games with combat. I liked fighting things.
Yeah.
Separation
kinda like-
anxiety.
Didn't
like
we
a-
all?
Yeah, right.
Kind of like the brawler, like the side-scroll brawler type
not
games.
really, because I don't really like those anymore. I guess it got me just into action game. I guess is all I can
Yeah.
say. I wanted stuff to happen, and I
You
didn't
want
really
to fight
play.
something.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, I like Spider-Man. X-Men games also. I liked a lot of those.
Ooh, Enter the Matrix. Did you ever play the Enter the Matrix?
That's coming
games?
up, but yes, I did actually.
God
Yes,
damn it,
Enter
man!
the
Those
Matrix
games
is
were
shit.
so incredible. I would still play those games.
I have them
today.
on my. I need to hook up my original Xbox. I have an original one. I have an and
Oh, we're so playing that. That
I've
is
never
so
played
video.
Path of Neo yet. I've never played that one.
I
but
haven't
have
either.
it.
I haven't played it
I
either.
have it.
That's
Oh,
a
do
video.
you really? Oh my God, we're still playing that.
That's
That's
a video.
incredible.
Yes,
That's a video.
yeah.
Yes,
So.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
yeah, I played those kind of action games. The first game I ever sat down and tried to beat, I was like, I'm gonna finish this. I want to know everything that happens. Was Vector Man.
Oh yeah, dude, Vector Man was awesome.
Vector Man was
Interesting.
fucking awesome.
Vector Man was a great game.
There was, I don't remember the story. I don't know if there was much of a
It
story.
wasn't much
really.
of a story. So
There was like cut scenes, kind
Yeah.
of like had pictures of people talking and shit, like old school graphics.
it was like before stories really became
Yeah,
super
yeah.
important. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is like old school Genesis, obviously. Yeah, so.
but there was like
Yeah.
boss fights and a main
Oh,
boss
yeah.
fight at the end.
Yeah, like I think there was literally just 10 missions, and every mission had a boss fight. And like the sixth one was fucking impossible to beat for a while. And so then I actually beat that game. I sat down and beat it, and but then after Genesis, I got an original Xbox. I couldn't decide between a PS2 and an original Xbox, and the Spider-Man game that was out at the time had 3 more missions on the Xbox version, so I got an Xbox. That's the deciding factor that got me into Xbox. And then like a month later, a friend showed me Halo. I was like, I'm so glad I made this decision. So
I remember. Okay,
It's not a
Well,
regrettable decision.
no,
definitely
once I
not.
found out Halo, I go, oh,
it's not
yeah.
a
regrettable.
little bit of a backstory. Like I've known Logan since we were 7 years old, And
Second grade, actually.
Second
yeah,
grade, yeah. That's where I met you.
Oddly enough,
But it was right. I remember like it was at like after like my birthday party or something like my 15th birthday party or something, and we were just because we were walking around town. It was like 3 a.m. and we were just talking about video games, and this was right before Halo 2 was about to come out. And one of your quotes, like specifically what you said was like when Halo 2 comes out, I'm just gonna play that until my eyes bleed.
Yep. I actually remember saying that when we were talking about that. Oh god. Good times.
That was funny.
Gonna get nice and drunk, play video games till my eyes bleed.
Yep.
My eyes bleed.
So, but yeah, once I was introduced to Halo, that was the biggest catalyst into me wanting to play games more. We used to go over to each other's houses and bring Xboxes and TV because that was before Xbox Live. We'd have 8-player co-op going on or 8-player multiplayer stuff because you could only system link. There was no live.
We did a lot of that.
Yeah.
I remember specifically we wrote up tournaments and.
Yeah, we would actually have brackets and we'd play each other and we'd do.
You could do LAN parties though, couldn't you?
That's all we
yeah,
could do.
You could only do LAN parties.
Yeah. So yeah, we'd get 8 people going because we were what 14, 13
or 14.
Oh, so we didn't really have a lot of we couldn't run networking stuff. We couldn't have much Xbox. We could only do 8,
literally we had
44
2 Xboxes, 2 TVs back to back.
Yep. So I remember doing that. So yeah, Halo was the biggest thing. Even I think the story for all the Halos were always good. The music, everything was. It made me realize what gaming could be.
It was like the shooter that basically did everything right for the time.
Well, because I mean, Doom and Quake and all those kind of were before it and things even there were Call of Duties I think before it. So there was a lot of good.
Call of Duty didn't come out
until
03. Medal of Honor, yeah, but COD didn't come out until 2003.
Yeah, so there were a lot of shooters before, but Halo did something that none of them did in terms of storytelling and just the feel of the guns. It really revolutionized a lot of the shooters.
Halo really did, honestly.
Yeah.
Halo was around the time that Xbox Live was being debuted, and
Halo 2 came out a year before Xbox Live.
No, it came out the year after.
Xbox Live debuted in 2002.
That's
Halo
so Halo 2.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say debuted. I should say this is kind of what helped make it popular because there were so many people that were playing Halo. It was just absurd.
It brought it to the mainstream audience.
Oh yeah.
So.
Halo PC Halo was the one that had its big following. That's what Halo, the original Halo CD, was much more popular on PC than anything else.
I imagine it was
because it had a multiplayer to it.
Console gaming was not as popular back then.
And it had a lot more weapons.
I actually played the original Halo Halo PC.
That was the first time I played Halo was on PC.
At Stephen Falcone.
That's right. I played
me too. Me too.
Played it at Stevens. Oh god. Yeah. Because that's the first time
I ever played it.
You could do you could use the fuel rod cannon in the first game. You couldn't play it in the console version. They had different maps and stuff.
That is garbage.
Until Halo 3.
Yeah, they put it in the first one. That was good times.
Garbage.
Yeah. But other than Halo in terms of games, the only one that really stood out, I guess actually the Max Payne games was one of them that, especially from a storytelling standpoint. I think they were one of the first games to execute bullet time in a way, so that kind of blew my mind.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the slow-mo.
When you can do bullet time and it works so smoothly.
And plus,
everyone was obsessed with the Matrix back then. And
so that was about the same time, yeah.
Having a mechanic like that was just really awesome for people. I remember just having such an erect boner. I could not have been more erect playing Max Payne.
Well, and plus, the story was so cryptic and so dark. It was
very
so well told.
So
and really as far as pop culture goes, it kind of introduced a really young generation to film noir and
graphic novel style presentation in the noir setting. Yeah,
something we weren't really used to seeing.
Yeah, Remedy Games, man, they know what to do.
Yeah, man, they're good. It was
great. And it kind of pushed games to a boundary, I guess, as far as storytelling goes, because
try Manhunt.
Yeah. No, I mean storytelling. There weren't a whole lot of games before that got the first 10 minutes in the game, you see your wife and daughter get murdered. That was
an intense start.
That's an intense start to a game. How many
that were covered in blood?
How many?
I would say Mortal Kombat was way
Full Metal
storytelling.
It's
storytelling again. Okay.
Yeah.
But the only couple of other games I guess that really made an impact was two of them kind of go hand in hand. Advent Rising.
Yes.
It was way ahead of its time. The mechanics, just really everything. It's hard to even explain. I haven't played in a while, but it did things that I think would have been better on the 360 than the original Xbox. It really was trying to push the boundaries. It didn't quite work because it was almost too.
They were trying to do too much with the technology.
Almost. And the thing is, man, if they re-release it, like rebuild it, it would be one of the best games I think ever.
It was basically Mass Effect before Mass Effect.
Well, that's the thing is,
Yeah.
out of the rest of the games that really influenced me, Mass Effect was was one of a few more games that I had never played a game like Mass Effect. I was never really into RPGs before Mass Effect, really in any capacity. That game was just the way you played it and the way the things connected, and obviously they go through from game 1, 2, and 3, and all this decision matter. That whole trilogy blew my mind.
Plus, like all the lore and backstory, like
because I would go to the Codex and you could listen to some of the science behind it. And I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Like, this is cool.
Yeah. So I was blown away with Mass Effect, but then ultimately Skyrim, I think, was probably
Skyrim.
that I play it to this day. The way it feels to explore that game, to feel completely unrestricted. I've never felt like I'm playing a character more. Like that's my life, not a character's life. Not playing a game. That's me. I've never felt that in a game to the extent Skyrim did.
Yeah.
So that's the greatest game I've ever played. I think
like,
I've made 4 or 5 characters. I played hundreds upon hundreds of hours. I still find things I didn't know that were in the game originally.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years later. So
You ever go on the wiki page for Skyrim?
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like there's just so much. It's just loaded down with just nerd shit. Like I don't even know.
Basically.
I don't even know how one other way to describe it. It's like
there's so much lore, and
Yeah.
there's so much story to tell. And the great thing about games that Bethesda makes, like Skyrim, Oblivion, and stuff, like any of the Elder Scrolls games, is like it kind of just lets you tell your own story. And so, like, it's for them to facilitate that to you is pretty awesome. And there weren't a whole lot of games that were doing that before Bethesda was doing it. So
Yeah, I've never played a game that makes you feel like it's your life and your decisions.
because it's literally your entire life.
Oh, yeah. Totally, yeah. That's all I've ever done.
Yeah.
in my life.
3 days go by, and you're just like, can't stop, send help.
I was just gonna say.
No, I'll just die. I'll
Yeah.
just lay on the couch. And
I'll-
Your
stop.
eyes
I will
are
die for
literally just
Skyrim.
bleeding, yeah.
I will. That's what I want Bethesda to announce. E3.
Are you
Skyrim 2.
praying to Talos now?
Skyrim 2, yes.
Good
Praise
one.
Talos.
Y'all motherfuckers need
Y'all
Talos.
motherfucking Talos love that, so. Those are the games for me. For the most part.
Disco?
Well, my answers are not going to be like your guys' answers.
Okay.
I had a very weird upbringing into video games.
I have one more. I'm sorry, I totally forgot. I might actually steal it. Pokemon Silver. I never played a game like that either. Like that, I played that game 7, 8 times.
Definitely.
Skipped it.
Did I steal that from you? I'm sorry.
Definitely.
I skipped
Well,
it.
mine's gold.
Okay,
So-
cool. Yeah, there you go. I totally forgot. I was thinking about that earlier, but Silver, yeah, that ridiculously fun.
But my gaming life has been very weird, to say the least. Like I started out on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. My brother had a Sega, I had a Super Nintendo. But the only game that I had that I even played on Super Nintendo was like Excite Bike.
Oh my
That's
god.
the only thing you played?
Yeah, I
That's
didn't have like anything that I
terrible.
played. I would go to my cousins and I would play Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Like that, I would be so excited to go to my cousins just to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
That was a great game. There were so many good games for the Super Nintendo. It was just
But
absurd.
mostly I would just play Sega with my brother. And the weirdest game that you'd ever say that we played a lot of was Shaq Fu.
Oh no.
Fuck that game.
No.
That was a really terrible game.
That was a bad game.
We just loved the shit out of it. We played the shit
Did you love it
out of that
for how
game.
bad it was? Like
We thoroughly enjoyed it. I
Well,
don't know why.
See, now you know how I feel about Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. Like, I realize that they're not great games, but I personally had a lot of fun playing those games.
Yeah, it's about how well
and
you
so-
enjoy the game.
So, I mean, I enjoy them. I would never go back and...
influenced you as a gamer, right? If you
Yeah.
loved it, man. That's,
It just
yeah.
it
But
makes
that's
no
just-
sense, but that's what it was.
But
We
Shaq
played
Fu-
an awful lot of Shaq Fu and NBA Jam. Like
NBA Jam
those
was fun.
two games,
Yeah,
I
NBA
played
Jams.
a ton of
Yeah.
until I
Hell
finally got. I mean, most of my life in gaming has been handheld.
Yeah.
I didn't really get big into consoles. I owned a PlayStation 1, but the only really game I played on it was Metal Gear Solid.
That was also a sad story.
And
No Spyro, no Crash Bandicoot,
No
no
Spyro.
Siphon Filter,
I
no
played a
Final
shit ton of
Fantasy.
Spyro at my
none
cousin's
of
house.
those games.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Spyro was
I've
shit.
to this day I haven't played most
Those
of
are
those games.
all fantastic.
That was very-
And
that's fantastic.
That's fantastic.
my PlayStation library was extremely small.
No Twisted Metal, no.
I played a little bit of Twisted Metal
Oh,
Black.
I mean, I
but,
think we played some Twisted Metal back in the day. I remember that.
but that was at your house.
That was my
I didn't-
PS1
yeah, I
days,
didn't
yeah.
even own that game.
Yeah.
But handheld gaming was mostly where my life was. I've owned every handheld you can own. Well, I
The Game
didn't.
Gear?
I didn't for the longest time. No, Nintendo handheld.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I had a Game Gear once. I
But,
also had AA batteries in my house too. You know that thing took fucking 9 AA batteries. That thing was
It
insanity.
was ridiculous. I mean,
It
the
was-
and the power supply didn't even last long at all.
For
No.
what?
The Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear.
Oh god, it took 6 double.
I thought it was
6
9.
double A.
Was it 6?
6 AA batteries.
I thought it was 9.
I think
It
it
could
was
have been
6.
6. Could have been 6.
Could-
But
what-
that's an absurd amount of batteries for a child. I
Yeah,
mean,
but dude, you could watch TV on your Game Gear.
I
It
guess.
had the possibility to watch TV.
Well, then there was the Sega Nomad.
Well, it
which
was full
based-
color. That was the other thing about that
Yeah.
handheld.
Yeah.
Let's
That
face
was
it,
nuts.
Nintendo has always held the handheld.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Sony took a shot at it, and it went okay.
It went
but
okay, yeah.
For all the past generations of handhelds, Nintendo has never had the most technologically advanced handheld. Obviously the Game Gear had better specs on paper, but that was his biggest downfall. Because they're trying to do
Nintendo
way
has
too much.
has it now with the 3DS.
It's-
I mean,
well, that's
nothing even remotely comes close to it.
It's because what's better? What do you want to play with a video game, handheld or console? Video games. So when your games are as good as Nintendo's, then
But
it's easy to sell it.
my
so.
career was always, or my lifetime of video game playing was a lot of handheld. Pokemon, all of them, all of them.
Just every single one.
Even pinball. I
Yeah,
remember you having pinball.
pinball. I literally owned every Pokemon game, and
He wanted to be the very best
I
that no one ever was.
did.
Well, and I kind of have an honorable mention for me and Disco, actually.
Pokemon Snap.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Oh,
you
I
exactly-
love that
Dude,
game! That game
was
is awesome!
I have never once tried to do speedrunning a game. Me and him fucking beat it in 29 minutes or half an hour. We beat the whole fucking game in half an hour.
I would like to see you guys do that again. I own that for my
We
Nintendo
should try to do
64.
some fucking speedrun.
That would be awesome.
We were
I have
so good at that game back in the day.
Yeah, we
Oh
knew
my
every
God, that was
Pokemon,
fun.
where they were,
We
how
could
to
get
get them
Mew,
out, get them
so
all
close
the
in
best.
frame that it didn't even count because it couldn't register what it was because we were right up. In.
That game infuriated me sometimes.
I love
it
that
really
we
did.
got good.
We
at
played that game so much.
Speaking of Pokemon, did anybody ever play Hey You Pikachu?
Yep, I did. I
I
tried it
never-
out.
I played it for a few minutes. but-
I never played it. What is it? Is it just you talking to Pikachu or something?
Essentially, Pikachu is like your Tamagotchi or your Digimon. Essentially, it's on console. You can pet it and feed it and
Oh God, remember?
So it's like
Pokemon
Nintendogs or something.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
like
Greatest-
Pokemon.
Pokemon
shit.
Stadium
Pokemon
was
Stadium.
fucking goddamn
remember that.
incredible.
The greatest invention ever.
Seeing your Pokemon on your
Battle.
fucking TV screen and better graphics was just insanity. It was absolutely awesome.
I remember when that
So
first
great.
happened, how excited I was.
Sploosh!
Yeah. It
Like,
was the greatest thing.
It was flying off
that
the
could have
Blockbuster
ever
shelves.
happened.
I remember I called the day it came out.
Blockbuster show.
Yeah, no, seriously. Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. I remember my parents would call both places, and be like, "Do you have any copies of Pokemon Stadium?" Like, no. Every single one they called, none of them had any because it was just
that game was insanely popular.
Yes.
Because it was what everybody wanted. And it's still to this day is what everybody wants. They want a new version of it.
They got Pokken Tournament, which is kind of the
No,
same thing.
No,
It's
that
not-
is not the same.
That's a actual fighter.
There are development problems with that game anyway. Honestly, with the development and technical issues that they have, I mean, yeah, it might be casually fun, but on a competitive standpoint, it's total garbage. It is complete
that game
garbage.
that's a fighter game. It's not a
It's not like a Pokemon.
yeah, it's not like a
Stadium.
turn-based
Yeah.
strategy game. It's,
Yeah.
it's a fighter game.
Yeah.
But
God, they need to bring back Stadium. Oh my god, I forgot.
Yep,
about
that'd
that.
be amazing.
Pokemon Stadium 3 for the Wii U. Come on, let's go. Break.
no, for
Yeah,
whatever,
No one's
for
buying
whatever
the Wii U
new
ever.
console they
Yeah,
make.
no one's buying.
Or not
the
Wii U, but yeah, whatever.
NX.
it's called, right?
Or MH apparently.
I don't know. I'm not watching Nintendo's E3
But,
conference this year.
um,
I don't give a shit. So fuck Nintendo.
after the 64, I didn't play a lot of 64. I did own one for a little while, but you know, it was the typical games. I just played them with my friends, like Mario Kart and NFL Blitz, and
Oh,
Yeah.
NFL Blitz was so fun.
So many
some
hours
Donkey Kong
wasted.
64 and Mario 64.
Well, I wouldn't say wasted. So many hours happily enjoyed with games on.
We were
Nintendo
kids, you know.
64.
Fuck it, like
Mario Kart
what
64,
else do you do?
dude, Jesus, man, that was the first game I got for my Nintendo 64. Was Mario Kart.
But then I got PlayStation 2, and I got I loved the PlayStation 2. Definitely one of the best consoles ever made.
one of the best catalogs of video games ever.
And
Those are
just
like 13
period.
fucking
Yeah,
years.
the
right there.
longest running, like, longest produced console ever.
Yeah.
You could
PS2.
not find a better selection of games on a console if you tried.
You
like
can.
RPG, like especially with JRPGs.
Not okay. It
Ridiculous.
depends if you're going to include handheld, because the Nintendo DS had an insane library.
I'm talking console strictly console, not handheld.
But if you were to compare the two, the Nintendo DS has an insane amount of games.
It does. Actually, there were so many games on the DS that I was just like, I literally,
I don't
I
even
don't
know- I
care
wouldn't
anymore.
even know where to
Yeah.
start.
I was like, I don't care anymore. There's too many good games for those.
They got Cooking Mama.
They have a million games.
You left, but there are a lot of people that played that game.
But
Cooking Mama.
PlayStation 2 is really where I really got into gaming. And it was like games like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
I played a lot of Guitar Hero. I played some Red Faction.
Red Faction was fun.
But the game on PlayStation 2 that influenced me the most, that
I
was
know what's
a
happening.
complete fucking nightmare for my life and still haunts me to this day, is Shinobi. The
Oh no.
The remake of Shinobi. Oh my god. The fucking
I witnessed this happen exactly. what you're
fucking
talking about.
No.
blind guy that you have to fight like 3/4 of the way through the game is the most insanely aggravating boss fight that you will ever do in your life.
Would you say that it's harder than Ninja Gaiden?
I never played Ninja Gaiden.
You never played Ninja
Okay,
Gaiden.
if I played Shinobi
Get
for
fucked, man.
if I played
Like,
Shinobi
that's-
for as long as I did and was as angry as I was, why would I ever want to play Ninja?
Ninja Gaiden would ruin your entire life.
Yeah, if you think Shinobi was hard, just play Ninja Gaiden.
I never played Shinobi, but Ninja Gaiden was just.
If you played
Ninja Gaiden
the-
was painful. It was like stabbing your nuts with a soldering iron.
You know,
It
for the
was
most part,
terrible.
Shinobi wasn't like that, but when it got to that point of the game, it was a nightmare. Because the whole point of the Shinobi game was your sword is killing you slowly. And you have to keep it for some reason.
Can't just drop it or
No,
let it go.
For some reason, you have to have the
You have
sword
to have
with
it
you
on you at all
times.
times.
And it slowly eats you. And the only way to make it happy is to kill other things. But it
Yeah.
did have all these awesome cutscenes in it where if you would kill, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 enemies at a time, you could trigger,
What was that called? I'm trying to remember.
it was like a death scene. Like, you could trigger it and it would, your character would, like, sheath his sword and all the enemies that you had killed had become, like, suspended. And then their bodies would just like fall into pieces and collapse.
Was it called like a taunt? Was it or
No,
it wasn't.
It was literally like a time frozen death scene. Like the enemies would
Fucking
suspend
shit.
in the air.
It's like that scene from the anime when he just like clicks his sword into the sheath and it just
Everything
goes.
falls.
Everybody just like,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
everybody falls.
It was essentially like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
it was cool.
But that was a very gory game.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
That boss fight drove me insane because it seemed like the game was glitched. Because you had to, it was a blind guy in a hallway filled with water. So he could hear every footstep. If you jumped in the water, he heard you, and apparently his sword, with its fucking magic, could just like throw shockwaves at you from wherever he was standing. And he never moved. He would like pace down the hallway a couple of times. But so you had to fight on the walls, and there was enemies that spawned on the walls, and the more enemies you killed in a quick amount of time, your sword would get more powerful, and then you could jump down. Had to be behind him, and he was standing against the wall with like a 2-foot space behind him. It had to be behind him. You could not jump in front of him. So you had to land perfectly behind him and stab him and then just jump away. Like, it had to be the quickest thing and jump away. And if you could do it right, it would take like 3/4 of his health, but you had to do it 2 times in order to do it. And it would seem like something would always go wrong, no matter how hard you tried. And if you died and you couldn't retry, you had to start the whole fucking level over again. And the level was not easy.
I witnessed him do this for like hours.
I've tried going
amazing.
back as the gamer I am now, and I'm much better at video games now than I was back then. Still can't fucking do it. It's so aggravating.
So you've never beat the game then?
No,
He's never beat that part of the game. So
can't get past it.
Jesus.
I mean, I fought other
It's
bosses.
another
in that
video
game
idea. Jesus
that were
Christ.
so
Right.
hard, but I still beat them. But this one, it's just like it's broken. Like there's these specials you can use where it just like you emit magic from your body and it does damage to a lot of things. And I would jump behind him and use it, and it would do no damage for some reason. Like the game would just glitch and it would do no damage to him, and then he would turn around and just fucking rape me. And it's like, I cannot understand how I'm supposed to kill him if every time I attack him, nothing happens and he kills me.
that's amazing.
Because
I have no idea.
he'd just go, and you were dead. I mean, it took so much life from you.
Jesus.
It's a blind samurai, dude.
Good
Disco
times.
never played Ninja Gaiden.
No, I never intend to. But
Never.
I played like 2 hours of Ninja Gaiden. I was like, nah.
after
Yeah.
Shinobi,
It's so hard.
It's very
my
hard.
gaming life pretty much went the same as everybody else's.
Halo.
Halo 2, and I'm very different than everybody else. Like I don't finish a lot of games. Like I'll play them while they're fun, and then if I get bored of it, I just stop playing it.
Would you say WoW was an influence on you, or is that just something you played?
WoW was a big influence on me at the time of my life because of where I was in my life. It definitely grabbed hold of me because I had just quit at my job and I started working as a server. So I was working crazy hours, so I would stay up all night playing WoW. And so I'd say that influenced me, but not greatly because I miss it, and I miss playing WoW because WoW is one of those games that's like no other. There's no MMO out there that's anywhere remotely close to WoW. No matter what you say, Brennan, Final Fantasy is not as good as WoW.
I've never played WoW personally. I've watched people play it. I mean, I think everybody has their own little MMO that they grab onto. I think Final Fantasy, like the Final Fantasy MMOs are great. I really don't think it's fair to try and compare them to World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft was like the most popular MMO in gaming history. Like,
And it has withstood as much time as you could put in. There's no other MMO that has ever lasted.
there are people that are still playing WoW. It's just, it's insanity.
Well,
you know?
they still shuffle from like 5 to 15 million subscribers at any time. That's not a small number when it's $15.
Especially when
a
they're
month.
yeah.
especially when they're releasing new content like on
All
a
the
basically a
time.
regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean, despite the fact that they only release a new expansion like every 2-ish years, they release large content updates for free in between those. Like you'll get, most of the time it's like 1 to 2, but you'll get like 2 big expansions in that 2-year period too. So, and the amount of content that you get in those is huge, just huge. Hours and hours and hours of content if you want to complete it. Like being a completionist, if you want to try, just endless hours. I remember when Pandaria came out, that was when I got big into WoW because I only got Cataclysm barely at the end. I didn't even level up fast enough to do anything in Cataclysm. But Pandaria, I did everything. Like everything you could do.
Didn't a lot of people kind of hate on that DLC though?
People did, but I honestly could not explain to you why. I think it was just because of pandas.
Is it
Yeah.
old school fans?
Yeah. I mean, they did change. They removed the talent trees and made it easier to like spec your characters.
Yeah.
Which I think is what pissed them off the most. But it was not that big of a deal. They just simplified the talent trees so that it wasn't so fucking complicated.
Yeah, which is
Streamlining's not always a bad thing.
No,
It greatly helped new people to the game. Like it wasn't like, oh, I created a character, I got to spend insane amount of fucking time just to figure out how to play those.
yeah, which would turn that would turn me away. Like I don't want to have to play like a fucking.
But WoW has always been like very content heavy, and I think that if it did influence gamers, it was a big part of their life.
Yeah, I tried. I don't know. Like I did play WoW for a little bit. You guys kind of got me into it, and I just played like the trial.
I played 66 levels of Pandaria, and I stopped.
And
so you came over to the house at the time with your laptop.
Yeah, like
I remember
I did that a couple times, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
God,
like-
this is just so much.
No,
I
can't
can't.
do it.
This is too much of a grind. Like I like games that that have a grind to them, but like that's
the ultimate grind.
That's the ultimate grind. Like I couldn't.
It was a lot of grinding. Granted, I mean, you had to get to level 90, but
And now you can get to level 100 for free.
yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't
There you
add
go.
that until... No,
There you
they added that in Pandaria. You had to pay money for it, though.
Yeah.
It was like a
It was like an
collector's
add-on.
edition style.
Well, no,
thing,
it was
wasn't
that they added the collector's edition thing for the one after that, but the Pandaria one, like they had an add-on where you could just buy.
Oh,
it.
I can't remember that because me and Sean were gonna do something with that because that's why I got like 3 times experience with one player and then Sean will level way faster.
Scroller
It's like,
Resurrection.
fine, fuck you then. I'm not gonna fucking play with you anymore. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
So I think
But
that
was,
is the
that was
podcast.
basically our. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of news, so we thought we'd just go into.
Yeah,
some
we
gaming
ate up a
history.
shitload of time.
Yeah. Now,
And
now
then
you
there were
guys-
4.
Right, yeah, everybody's left. This
Everybody's
is
gone.
Just us 4 here.
Yeah, because they got
The
bored.
fucking true
got tired of
podcasters
listening to
here.
us
Those
talk.
fucks.
Right.
But now you at least have a better idea of what we're all about, and you get to know us a little bit better. So,
But within the next couple weeks,
yeah,
we have 2 more podcasts, which Worth will not be here for, so we need actually somebody else
Yeah.
to bring a laptop and record.
yeah,
So, or I guess I can use 2 Surface. I don't
You
know.
get 2
We'll
Surface.
figure it out.
Yeah, you-
I'll tell Sean to bring his shit. So
yeah. I gotta go out of town for work.
leave
So
your snowball here tonight.
okay,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, well, 2 more podcasts of just random bullshit. Then we're gonna have our E3
Our E3 live stream.
day. Basically, we're gonna record gameplay. We're gonna record commentary on the press conferences. We're gonna record anything we think we're gonna record.
We're basically all gonna squeal like little girls all day
It's gonna
long.
be like 12 hours of drunken fucking madness.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be a drunk fest.
bring your
for
cameras,
sure.
like actual cameras.
Yeah.
People
Oh.
who are on cameras.
And anybody that's
Bring-
listening, bring your cameras too. You can,
Yeah.
you can,
right.
you can
So-
watch us be like make asses of
Yeah,
ourselves.
we're gonna stream. We're gonna record. We're gonna fucking Twitch. And
Some of us
Instagram.
will probably cry.
It's very possible.
It's,
Depending on
we'll
what gets
probably
said,
cry and
there
vomit
could be tears.
and shit ourselves and piss ourselves all at the same time. So
Yeah.
But yes, we now have more. Also, we also have more means to record video content. We have more stuff in order.
Yeah.
So hopefully, within the next week or so, we'll have more video content. Coming
Well, it's
down
been a dry
the
spell
line.
for a little while.
Yeah,
But we
so
appreciate you
we
guys
have
being
things in
patient.
the works more.
yeah,
Halo, Josh.
I know.
Halo,
Yeah,
Josh.
yeah. We're gonna do some more Halo. So
Yeah.
Playing with fire.
I wish I had been able to release more content. You know, I have content backlogged, but I've just been going through a lot of personal shit lately. So sorry, guys. I'll try to release more content in the future.
Well, I
So,
finally have the fucking cord I need.
right.
I like to make it so much easier. So we're this shit's happening.
Yeah. This is I guess that wraps up episode 30
Yeah, 30.
Episode 30.
of the
Next
Friendly Fire Gaming Podcast.
All right.
See you guys.
Fuck you, Sean.
And Drew and Pat.
Andrew.